laugh-worthy.
Every time you hear this sound, a new mashup begins and everyone takes a shot of beer.
Let's do some shots.
60 minutes, 60 mashups, 60 shots. Ready to play?
You ready?
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Blame it on the loose, got you feeling loose. Blame it on the drug, got you in the zone. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. 1, then comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. Baby girl ass jiggle like she want more. Like she a groupie and I ain't even know it. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy.
Hey, what up,
Grab
girl?
my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city.
Let's go.
Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause then I leave for the night. I ain't coming back.
When I walk in the club, all eyes on me. I'm with the party rock crew, all drinks are free. We like Ciroc, we love Patron. We came to party rock, everybody is on.
Don't stop, make it pop. DJ, blow my speakers up. Tonight I'ma fight till we see the sunlight. I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Tick tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. No, I'm alive, and I'm loving every second, minute, hour.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
I'm glad you came.
What you came for.
I hear your heartbeat to the beat of the drums. Oh, what a shame that you came here with someone. So while you're here in my arms, let's make the most of the night. Well, you're a real tough cookie with a long history of breaking little hearts like the one in me. But that's okay, let's see how you do it. Put up the dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Let's make the most of the night. If I die young, bury me inside, lay me down.
Hola, 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 hola. ¿Cómo están todos? Aquí estamos con Geeks Forever Friday. Aquí
Hold on.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
There we
What's
go.
up? We're here with we're here. It's Beer Friday with the Geeks 5 Ever podcast. That is right. The Geeks 5 Ever crew is back, and here we are. The host with the most, Jace.
Yeah.
The man with the plan that runs the skinny, Sonic. And he's moving at 5 frames per second.
I don't know about the chat. Hello.
Hello. Oh, thank you. And always the one, the only, the people's champ, the king of Mexico. Me. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Geeks Fire podcast on Friday. It is November 6th, 2020. All right, now to Sonic with the skinny. Plus, before we go to the skinny, it's Beer Friday.
Woo. Well, that's more than 1X.
I know it's 2x. One more, and it's up, and we're in Pornhub.
Dos X. Tres X.
3x.
Okay, well, the skinny, short and sweet. This weekend we have Beaumont Comic Con going on tomorrow and Sunday. They will be doing the whole, social distancing, mask required, and it's gonna be like a normal con in a way, but that's pretty much the only con that's really going on, really. Actually, early reviews already came out for both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. They've had some decent reviews, really good ones, console wise. I've noticed several issues with PS5 owners having issues with the storage in terms. They said it already comes with 125 gigs of storage, but in reality, it turns out you only get 675 gigs of storage, free space for PS5. I don't know. That's for reviewers. I don't know if that will be applied to the final game. And some of the games for the launch titles already got reviewed. So far, some positive reviews, specifically Spider-Man Miles Morales. That's been getting a lot of good reviews. And let's see. I don't know if I should mention this one. Regarding, for those who were looking forward to Fantastic Beasts, the third one, Johnny Depp will not be part of it. Due to recent allegations, he dropped out of it. And that's basically short and sweet on that one. And that is the skinny.
Oh shit!
That's all I got.
Well, there's one thing I wanted to bring up. I took a screenshot of it. It's from WatchMojo.com, and they asked here. There's a lot of things to look forward to this month. Which of these November events are you most excited for? Cast your vote and make sure you check out the time hop on November 21st for whatever. I didn't read the whole thing, but here are the things. Let me I want to hear y'all's reactions. Miley Cyrus debuts new album, Plastic Hearts.
Okay, what about it?
No,
Unless she's got her own
that's one of
version
the
of
things- that's one
WAP,
the
I don't
options.
care.
Saved by the Bell reboot premieres. Dolly
Yeah,
Parton. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah, that was gonna come out. I kind of forgot about that.
Dolly Parton's Christmas on Square is released.
Uh-huh.
The 2020 American Music Awards are broadcast.
Okay.
And then the final option is Animaniacs Revival hits Hulu.
Hell yeah, that one.
Animaniacs.
That's the
So-
only one.
Miley Cyrus got 7%.
Okay.
Saved by the Bell got 7%. Dolly Parton got 5%. Couldn't even
Aw.
beat Miley Cyrus.
I would have bet Animaniacs got at least 80%.
The 2020 American Music Awards got 10%, meaning
Oh,
that
wow.
Animaniacs got 67% of the votes.
Man, it's two off of the best number.
So more people give more shits about Animaniacs than anything else, especially Miley Cyrus. Measly 7. She couldn't even break a double digit. I thought that was interesting. I just wanted to bring it up.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
It's not part of the skinny. It's just I was
Yeah,
going
it's
through
just
YouTube
whatever.
and I was bored and it was hot this morning because we had no AC. We have AC now. The guy came and fixed it.
Didn't you fix it yesterday too?
No, I didn't never fix it.
Oh,
Remember in the thing I said I didn't have AC.
I know, but
We were kind of expecting it
came
to get
back
fixed. Yeah.
when you weren't complaining about it being super hot.
They
So
could have had
I
a
figured you
fan in like next to me.
Okay.
No, I did say I was like it's hot. It's hot in this fucking room. But it's better now. It feels better. It was 85 fucking degrees in my room last night. Now it's like 10 degrees colder. All right, so today, so for those of you that don't know, for those of you that don't follow, there's a podcast group that we follow that have been guests on our show. They're called the Black Table Podcast. And last night they did a show. They were talking about like the top 3 anime fights of like their preference, like hype, animation, story, like everything, like to build up to the anime fight. And I really like that idea, so we decided to steal it. But we're gonna
Actually,
do top 5.
Before we do that, I have a suggestion for what we can do.
Huh.
We should do like a little, since I have a dry erase board, we can make a bracket of the best Toonami show.
Huh.
We can do
I'm
that.
just going to say Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. You already know my answer.
Well, we all know there could be other ones too.
Gundam Wing.
There's other shows?
Yeah, exactly.
They had other shows?
Goku's only conscious for like 30 minutes out of the day,
Yeah.
only to watch the episode Dragon Ball Z, then he goes to sleep.
Yeah, I had to do my homework,
probably it.
which I didn't do. I got in trouble for a lot. Yeah, we can do that. We can talk about Pachinko
Right.
says hello, but nobody said first.
Jerks.
Jerks, I know, right? So, top 5 anime fights of all time. So, the way the rules, and I want to know, whoever's listening, I want to know your top 5 as well. Top anime fights of all time. And it has to be one anime fight per anime. You can't do
All of
three
it can't be on
fucking-
Dragon Ball.
They can't be.
All on Dragon
I
Ball.
had to pick my favorite Rock Lee fight for this.
Pretty much.
So, I mean, yeah, you know what, Chase? We'll start with you
Oh, this is full crap.
because I didn't make my fucking list.
Ah,
I didn't either. I forgot we were doing this. Like, oh shit.
We kept talking. We were
Y'all
talking about
suck.
it earlier today.
I
You're
know we
the
were,
worst.
but it's just like I had stuff to work on into it.
well, I'm gonna put it in order of my favorite then. To
Okay.
what
And
it
you
is
can do
now.
honorable mentions.
Oh, honorable mention is
No,
every Rock Lee
no,
fight
no,
other
You can't
than
do
my
the
top
honorable
one.
mention until you mention number 2.
This is all number
We'll
6.
do 5 through 2.
It's
and
all
then
on
we'll do
number
honorable
6.
mention, and then we'll do number 1.
All right. Well, my number 5, I have Berserker versus Saber from the Fate series, the one with the giant Hercules guy. when those
Berserk,
two fought.
Berserker from Berserk?
No, Berserker from Fate.
From Fate?
Yeah.
When Berserker and Saber fought. 'Cause that was just cool watching a giant, like 8-foot tall guy do standing backflips and fly around the damn place to fight this little girl.
SJ says
okay.
Transformers Unicorn Trilogy. I don't.
You-
That's not anime.
That's an entire trilogy.
That's not anime.
though?
Madara versus Might Guy from Naruto, Gundam Wing, and Ronin Wars. Yeah, but which one from Gundam Wing?
When they
Yeah, be
fought each
specific.
other.
By the way, the movies, if you do like a movie, it does count as part of that anime. So before you pick a movie fight.
So an OVA.
Yes, OVAs, movies, they do count as being part of the anime.
Well,
It is
good
an
thing I already fixed that on my list
Yeah, because
when
you
I
had
made
like
it.
3 Rock Lee fights. I like how I get accused of having 3 Dragon Ball fights, but you have like 3 Rock Lee fights.
I love me some Rock Lee. He's the best part of that. He's the most motivational person in that
All right.
damn show. Number 4, I've got Raccoon versus Vegeta.
Really?
Yeah, that was my favorite fight from Dragon Ball Z, when just Raccoon beat the shit out of them. Because my biggest stickler with Dragon Ball Z is the giant muscle guy usually gets their shit kicked in.
Yeah, it does.
And I hate that. It's like, why
Because
does the little guy always
because
have
in
to
the
win?
80s, it was the big muscle guys that always won. Like you watch like any anime, like was it Fist of the North Star or anything like that? Like it's always like the bigger and like the bigger they are, like the more masculine
well,
they
Fist
are,
of the
like,
North Star-
faster they are.
Fist of the North Star is the opposite because there's tons of giant people in that anime, and Joe just punches them once and they're dead.
Well, he's their vitals.
Touch.
Yeah,
But like Dragon Ball Z, the
was
giant guy
trope.
always
like that
loses.
was the trope back in the day. Like the bigger you were, like the stronger
Yeah.
and faster you were. That's why Frieza's so fucking tiny.
I hate that though. For basically all the anime, the giant guy sucks. Like, I
And that
wanna
was later
push him.
on though. Like that's now. Like the bigger guy just sucks.
Dragon Ball Z, that's like,
Like
the
they
thing.
did that shit in Bleach. Like the guy, like the big huge guy's like, I'm not number 10. I'm actually number 0. I'm the most powerful Espada.
I don't
They just-
even have that guy who just gets giant.
He's like, I'm the most powerful Espada. Yeah, he turns all giant and shit, and they just slap
Yeah.
him around. Like, oh, they don't even.
Bitch.
They nerfed him, dude. They did him nasty. Like they whip his ass, and they don't even pay attention to him. Like Byakuya, I forgot who's fucking fighting him, but it was like two of the captains are fighting him. They're arguing, and they're like whipping his ass, like he stole something from a store.
We'll get to you in a moment.
Like, hey, don't interrupt grown-ups while they're talking. And they slap him around, like everybody hates Chris when the mom slaps him the next week.
But yeah, I like the Raccoon one because Raccoon beat all 3 of them and just mopped the floor. It was just great.
Fruit Baskets, Caillou versus Hatsuharu.
There was fighting in Fruits Basket.
I thought Fruit Basket was just
Yo.
about baskets filled with fruit.
It's
No.
about the Zodiac animals. I'm pretty sure.
It's
Pokemon?
about Ted Cruz, who's a Zodiac killer.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Ted Cruz is in Fruits Basket.
He's
Damn.
a Zodiac killer.
But yeah. So Raccoon He eventually lost, but it took a while.
Yeah, he got smacked around by Goku.
Yeah, exactly. Goku shows up and beats the guy up. He did it to Nappa. He did it to Raccoon. Android 16 got the shit beat out of him eventually. Good times though.
That was your number 4.
Yeah. Number 3, I've got. I put Saitama versus Boros.
I never got into One Punch Man.
It's more comedy than anything else, but the fight between those two was the only one that lasted more than 5 seconds. I mean, usually the fights between the
By the way,
heroes and the
everyone's saying
villains.
hi in the comment section. No one said first yet, so that award
Yeah,
is still
you
up for
jerks.
grabs.
It's best to not say it because it'll probably just they have
They'll
to
flood
notice
it.
it.
What the
They have
fuck?
to be-
Okay, announce. What is the word of the day?
I'm not gonna tell you.
No,
Okay,
you're
damn
not
it.
allowed to do it. It'll happen eventually,
Oh, damn it. It's
as
Goku,
is
isn't it?
tradition.
It's Goku.
No, we've already said that.
It's
You
deported.
say it with
It's
your
Mexican.
name.
No,
You just gotta go down the dictionary. But
Police.
it was
No.
the fights between the heroes and the villains are only good when it's not Saitama. But this is the first fight that had Saitama in it that actually lasted.
I think the
carried the
fans
plot.
ruined One Punch Man for me.
Yeah.
Isn't that like the common thing? Like the fandom would sometimes ruin the show.
Yeah, they do. It's like the overzealous Dragon Ball fans. Like, hey, I like this
Saitama will
anime.
win.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Goku could destroy the moon with his ass cheeks.
Oh, well, Sailor Moon and all that.
Yeah.
Fart. He could fart really hard and just turn it to dust. The animation style of it was really good, and it's probably the best fight that I remember seeing.
Gabby says, Chad says, hey. David said Epion versus Wing Zero from Gundam Wing. Gabby says, hello, Cheerios. Which one of you Cheerios is ready for shots? I didn't know we were cereal.
You were having shots?
We're having shots? Since when?
Gotta get a tetanus shot
Oh, that's what it is.
from all that rusty metal.
All
you've
right,
been
so
poking
number
yourself
3
with.
is Boruto versus Saitama.
Yeah, that's exactly what the list was.
Oh, Burro, that's donkey.
Boros.
Boros.
Number 2, I've got Alexander Louise Armstrong versus Sloth from Full Metal Alchemist.
Which one?
I like both of them.
No, but I mean, is it Brotherhood or is it just Full Metal Alchemist?
Both of them. Like the fight between Armstrong versus Sloth, which I think is only in Brotherhood, actually. Yeah, but
Yeah.
Armstrong being my favorite character from there.
Sloth is
Fighting
that Sloth is that big dude, right? The one that's carving the tunnel.
Yeah, he's the yoked out giant dude.
He's the coked
Who-
out guy. He's
Yep,
coked
part
out.
coked out. Who's like super fast, but he's can only go in a straight line like a train. But like that fight, and then when Sid shows up, Sid Curtis shows up and helps them when they do their bro moment, and that's just awesome.
You know who
That
I
was nice.
thought like was the most overpowered of the homunculus, besides Father, obviously,
Ooh.
was the little kid with the shadow.
Yeah, like he could literally like rip people apart, and he was just as durable as I think Greed, but he didn't have to have a shield up when he was doing it because he was getting the shit kicked out of him. He was still fine,
Yeah, it wasn't like
and the fact that his body is as big
Bradley.
as
He's
Shadow.
the only one that was human and then turned into homunculus, right?
Yeah. So in a way, he's kind of like a chimera.
I
'cause you
like
combine
Brotherhood
homunculus.
more because like they could actually kill them without having to do this kind of bullshit ritual. Like oh we can kill them normally. We just have to wear out their philosopher's stone. I'm like that fucking makes more sense. Then you have to find their remains and burn it or whatever and do a backflip and hula hoop and
I think from not the Brotherhood one, but the other one, they just keep beating the shit out of him.
no it was Brotherhood where
same
they
way?
beat the shit out of them until they can't recover anymore.
They run out of regenerations.
Yeah, like because remember, like
No,
fucking
Armstrong
Mustang
said
like
everything.
fried Lust, and she's like, "Let's find out how many times you can recover." Like he just fucking fried her.
The answer was 12.
The last time somebody got an ass whooping that long was when Frieza fought Broly in the movie. He whooped his ass for like an hour.
So yeah, that was the Armstrong one.
All for One
Oh, no.
versus All Might. Yes, I call you guys Cheerios. Deal with it. Laughing my ass off. JK, JK. I just came up with it.
My honorable mention is
Cheerios
the
actually means hello.
Yeah, cheerio.
Cheerio.
my honorable mention is All Might versus Nomu, because that was the hype fight from season 1, and Madara versus Might Guy were also my honorable mention. And like every Rock Lee fight other than my number 1, which is Rock Lee versus Gaara, the best fight of Naruto, like at all. Nothing compares to that fight. It's the most motivational fight sequence ever, and then he loses and he sucks after that.
Okay. What about you, Sonic? What are your top 5?
I can't really name one. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out.
Oh shit.
My
can't
list,
really-
my
I
list
can't-
was literally just 5 Rock Lee fights.
I can't really put them all in a list like from best to worst. I could
I
just
mean, you don't have to do
name
best
5.
or worst. Just name 5.
I did it.
Name 5. Okay. I could say. So if it's a movie based on an anime, can we count that separately, or does it have to be from the same franchise?
It
Shut the fuck up.
I was under the assumption
It
that if you do it
depends.
on the anime, then it counts as the anime.
because it depends.
Okay,
because
I
if
got one
it's
from the
canon
I got
to the story. Then it
yeah.
counts.
Technically, it is canon from the story.
Yeah, so if it's canon to the story, like My
Okay.
Hero, like how the movies are canon,
Yeah.
and how the super movies are canon to Dragon Ball, yeah, then they count as one.
Okay. So they just count as one. You can't get one from the anime and one from the movies.
All right, fuck it. You can have separately.
Okay, sure. I did like that one from My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. It's that one final part where
Oh,
Deku
right.
and Bakugo against the dude who tried to take all the quirks and all that.
9.
Yeah, 9,
They go against 9 and they go Super Saiyan
pretty much.
and they fucking beat the shit out of this dude.
That's a good one.
There's
I
a
like that fight.
theory as to why Bakugo is always.
Wait.
fucking angry.
Are we gonna go into spoiler territory in this one, or is it
It's just a theory.
okay?
There's a theory as to why he's always pissed.
It's got to win.
He can't jerk off because if he does, he's gonna blow his dick off.
No, it has something to do with like you know how his pores, he has like glycerin or whatever the fuck coming out of it. And,
Yeah, like nitro. Yeah, like
like
nitro.
he has to be constantly like
angry.
angry because it actually affects his health if he like changes his mood and his body temperature and all that shit.
I can see that.
I think he's just a jerk.
No. It has to do with him always because he sweats like fucking nitroglycerin, like, and he makes
I know.
explosives. So if that's in his fucking blood, that actually could explain why he's always in a bad fucking mood, because it's a chemical that's going into his brain and affecting his mood. So that's the thing I like about My Hero Academia. They actually kind of use medical science. They probably don't always get it right, but they try to get as much as they can.
Try to be accurate.
Right.
I mean, he sweats a nitroglycerin like substance from his pores, but it's not in his bloodstream that does that.
It could be.
If it was, it would kill him.
We don't know that.
He's not immune to explosions.
I mean, look at the fucking person that's a frog.
Reddit.
That's why I'm saying that they try to use science to give it the cool idea, which is good, but I think he's just a fucking jerk.
No, I don't think so.
They're
Because
jerk kids. He's
No.
a jerk teenager. That's
no,
what he is.
I don't think so because in Hero Rising, he was less of a jerk when his powers.
It's because
were used.
apparently, like, based on like continuation in a way, it takes place between season 5 and season 6, according to like the story. So
But they're not
basically,
even
it's like
that far. They just finished 4.
I know, but exactly, but as if 5 and 6 would have get produced.
I figured as much because he was using more than like how much was he using like 10% or 20% of his power?
Yeah, and also Deku had that new gear, so obviously it's like in the future. It's like a little time skip in a way.
Right.
Similar.
So he was already using more of his power than he was in the anime. In the anime, he's only doing like 5 or 7% or 8%.
Full cowling.
Full. I don't know why he calls it that. Full cowling.
It's a dumb fucking name. Just call it full cowl. Don't say cowling. Cowling isn't a verb. It's not something you do. It's a thing. It's an object.
You're a thing.
Batman doesn't go cowling in the night. He wears a cowl while he goes stalking people.
How come he does? How come he doesn't just hook up with Horchata and get it over with?
Because they're both like 12.
No, they're not. They're like 17, aren't
They're
they?
Oh,
yeah, they're like in their mid-age, like mid-15, mid-10s. Basically, like in their 15, 16.
Yeah, they're like 15 or 16. Yeah. I
Uh,
mean,
let's
I'm not saying for him to like hook up with her. I'm just saying like to like make it like boyfriend girlfriend.
yeah.
I mean, the Horchata
'Cause
chick
he's a-
likes him.
because he's a nerd.
Horchata likes him. I don't know. I don't know her fucking name.
Ochako.
Ochako.
I keep calling her Horchata. I don't know fucking why.
Her hero name's weird. Is Uravity?
You're a rabbit.
To be fair, half. I think only Deku's like the only one announced by his actual hero name. Everybody else is just like.
Wasn't that an insult though?
It started as
Yeah.
an insult, but then like, it's also a different meaning too. And
Because
like
it
that's
sounds
why.
like something, but it's how you spell it is the bad version,
Hmm.
or something that has to do with kanji.
Imagine if you didn't watch the anime. Who the fuck is Deku?
TQ. Is he the tree from Zelda?
Yeah, he's the
King
Deku.
Explosion Murder.
Her name
Like
is
Urahaka.
Uraraka. Uraraka.
Maraka.
Ochako.
Got it.
Then that Uraka Raka, but it's tricky.
Nikki Kurayami Johnson says, hello, welcome to the podcast. We're discussing our top 5 anime fights. If you want to share your top anime fights with us, let us know and we will discuss them. All right, so we got one out of the way for Sonic. What is another one?
God damn, this is really
Does
tough.
Sonic count as an anime for him?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Sonic
but-
X is an anime.
Okay, what about the OVA?
I haven't
The
seen
one
it,
with-
so I'm gonna.
The
I'll
one where he
give it a
faced
thumbs
the one he faced Metal Sonic in.
There's an OVA where he fights Metal Sonic.
Yeah, that's like a fucking well-known one. Everybody talks about it a lot.
I'm not everybody. I'm Goku.
They use the whole like strange, isn't it? That's where the whole line comes from.
When you have to cover so much, like wrestling, gaming, anime, comics, and
Dragon
you have
Ball.
all this shit, it's kind of hard to like.
Okay, but that's part of gaming, so
We
you should've
rely
covered that.
we rely on you for Sonic things.
Yeah, we rely on you for the Sonic. We rely on you and Black Sonic for the Sonic stuff. Ari, what's
Yeah.
up?
Yeah, that came out in 1999. It's like an hour long. It's actually pretty good, animation wise.
So that's gonna be your second one.
Sure, it counts.
Yeah, Sonic versus Metal Sonic. It's actually pretty good. Like if you watch the whole movie's on YouTube too.
I'll check it out. So
Let's see what's another one.
another. I haven't seen
The
it.
third one. Like I said, there's no particular order. I did like that one with Goku against Kefla in the Tournament of Power.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. Where he goes Ultra Instinct and like fucking blasts her in the fucking face, and then they
Exactly.
do an instant replay.
Pretty much different angles and shit.
How he just gets her right in the fucking face, right in the face. It's fucking
Got her
great.
right hard in the face.
Bruh. I'm pretty sure she's never taken it that hard to the face before.
I'm sure she hasn't.
Bam.
That great, isn't it?
Bruh, like that shit pissed me off too. Like before she became Kefla when she's Kale, she
Yeah, when
gets mad at
Caulifla-
Goku. She's all like, "Why did you dodge my sister's attack? She was
Not
gonna
even
attack you." What
Rude.
kind of toxic ass shit is that?
Hey, don't hit me in a tournament of power. How dare you?
How dare you dodge my attacks? I'm trying to whip your ass. How dare you defend yourself and try to succeed and win? How could you? I'm
Jeez.
trying to win.
Guess chivalry really is dead. Let me murder you.
For real. Like, okay, what's another one? What's another good one?
Shit.
Kirito versus.
I know you did not just say Kirito. I know you don't.
I
I
was
know
going
you
off.
don't mean Kirito from Sword Art Online.
I was
Yeah,
going off the
who,
things I see in your background.
who else is cute? Who else would be cute? Who's the other cute?
They skip every fucking fight. They skip
Mm-hmm.
all the wars, all the battles in My Hero, but they'll show like
Sword
the
Art.
relationships develop.
So you said My Hero. It's Sword
Oh,
Art, right?
that's what I meant. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was like,
My
whoa.
my Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online was. They talked about a war. They talked about all these great battles and how they went through all this shit. They skipped all of that, but they spend 5 fucking or I don't know if it was 5 or like maybe 2, but they spend a ton of fucking episodes with him and the girl living in a bullshit fake house with a adopted girl who wasn't even fucking real, who was like a program.
And there's that old guy that was also there.
Yeah, no, for real, this was bullshit. I didn't. You told me this was an action anime. This is bullshit. You lied to me. This is like Tron. This is like Digimon World 3. This is bullshit.
Kirito versus your fucking patience.
Kirito versus
that should be one of yours. Yeah.
Kirito versus my patience.
Actually, I thought of another one. It's the one from Digimon the movie. It was Omnimon and Diaboromon.
Oh, nice.
That's a good one. I did like that one. And let's see what's the last.
They gave him LimeWire.
Yeah, the game. That's pretty much what they did. They gave him LimeWire and they opened a shit ton of tabs. That's pretty much what happened.
That's exactly what happened. They fucking ran out his RAM. They downloaded Google Chrome on his OS and it fucking dogged up all his memory.
Yeah, that's why he froze. And then
God damn it, Clippy, get out of here.
Get an honorable mention, by the way.
He doesn't have 5. How you gonna get an honorable mention?
Sorry, boy.
He doesn't watch violent anime, Goku.
No, not as much. I do. It's just like
individual.
It's just I just can't really name them on the top of my head. This is a tough one.
I like a lot of fights. I just don't like.
Yeah, it's because I would have put Goku against Vegeta like the first time they fought with the Kaioken. I was gonna put that one, but I don't know if that would have counted.
It could count, but I prefer honestly. I thought the Majin Vegeta versus Super Saiyan Goku was better.
That too. Also, Gogeta against Broly.
That one is so fucking beautiful. Like the art style, the new anime director that they brought in to work on Broly, and who's supposed to work on the anime, he does such a great job. He did such a great job. And
yeah, I like that. I like the style that they used for the movie.
Right. No, it's a really good style, and it's got so much going on, and he was such a good director too. Like, you watch Battle of Gods, you watch Resurrection F, and when they do the CGI fights, they look like shit. They look like PS2 graphics. They look like really shitty PS3 graphics. But you look at Broly, and they kind of have like the same texture as fighters, like the same graphics as fighters.
Mm-hmm.
There's like one scene where it looks like straight from the fucking game, and it's actually really good. It's actually really well done. I like that they brought in this new director. They did confirm that there's another movie coming out, but I mean, I had said that they were working on a new anime. They are working on another anime. It's just that we don't know. So the word around the water cooler is that they don't know if they want to do a continuation of Super, or they want to do a reboot of Super that follows the manga much closer.
Super Kai.
Well, no, because if you watch Super and you read the manga, they're completely different.
Okay.
Like Trunks doesn't kill. Trunks doesn't become Super Saiyan Rage in the manga. He actually gains the same power as Supreme Kai, and he's able to heal people. So it's definitely a lot different. Plus, like Kale, when she goes all Broly, she wipes out like 4 universes just by like exploding. And they actually provide more detail. Like Kale's power will constantly increase until she eventually blows up and dies. And Jiren's master that was murdered by a demon.
Mm-hmm.
So they asked, like, they asked, why don't you just bring Jiren's master back to life? And the angel explains, anyone that was murdered by a demon could not be resurrected by an angel. So it's like little shit here and there that they leave out in the anime that they have in the manga that makes much more sense. I
remember the demon one was also a thing back in like Dragon Ball, like the original.
It's the demon realm because that's where Deborah's from.
Right. But like what constitutes as a demon? Because the Frieza race are like frost demons.
They're not. They're aliens. They are not. They don't actually have a name. The frost demons thing is a fan thing.
Okay. I was speaking of that reminded me of another fight. It's from that scene from Demon Slayer. Tanjiro against what's that one demon? Is the one with the spider or something like that?
Yeah.
Like that was really cool. Like visually, that looked really awesome.
Isn't there a guy in there who is stronger when he's asleep?
I think so. Yeah.
The yellow hair guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is he a Super Saiyan?
No.
I saw one clip for the show, and he was asleep, and he could suddenly fight.
Did you see Michael Jackson in Demon Slayer?
No. I didn't watch
'Cause he
the
looks like-
anime.
Because he legit looks like Michael
He
Jackson.
does. He
Some-
really does. I saw the pictures, and everybody was making fun of him for looking like
that time it's like that one anime Michael Jackson got reincarnated as a demon.
I usually don't watch like super popular anime, except for My Hero. I actually like that because I like heroes. So like Attack on Titan.
you're such a
I'm fan
hipster.
of it. I just don't. For one, I don't watch anime that often. So when I do watch something, it's got to be something I'm interested in. And if it's super popular, like,
I don't know. Maybe not.
I think it was also the art style or something. I think I watched the first half of the first episode.
So is that your fifth fight?
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
3 of them were from
I'm
Dragon
sorry.
Ball. Though.
I'm sorry, y'all. I could not come with that in the spot.
Don't worry, Goku didn't make a list either.
I didn't.
All right.
make
What's
one.
your 5, Goku?
I'm gonna go with. So these are in rank. So I'm gonna go with Ichigo versus Byakuya after he's achieved Bankai in the Soul Society from Bleach.
Okay.
Right before
That's
Aizen betrays everybody.
Mm.
They had a pretty good clean ass fight, dude. That shit was pretty good. That shit was hype. Byakuya was hyped as one of the most powerful captains, and like when he beats the shit out of Ichigo the first time, he like cuts him up. He cuts him up like chorizo, and then he's falling, and like even in defeat you are slow. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he's lost.
He's bringing all the smoke.
Shut up! Your sword turns into flower petals.
Yeah, and they cut your ass up like fucking razor blades and lemon juice.
Lemon juice.
Yeah, I'm talking about mind-numbing pain.
Ah.
I'll be back. Give me a
I
second.
like anytime Kenpachi fights anybody in Bleach. I didn't have a specific fight I like. I just like every time
I
he
like
fights somebody.
how. Spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert. If you stay from this point forward, it's on you. Spoilers
If you're
in
behind
5,
on fucking
4,
Soul Eater, it's your own,
3,
I mean
2,
Bleach,
Soul
it's your own
Eater,
fucking
Bleach.
fault.
2,
Your souls.
1. I love how the fucking timid, quiet girl, the one with the hair braid, like right here in front, is the original Kenpachi, and she's all like, "You become a bitch."
The healer?
Yes.
What? I didn't know that. Of course, I'm way behind. I don't care.
No, she was like, so Kenpachi's not the original Kenpachi. And so for Kenpachi to get stronger and unlock his Sanpakuto, he fought the original and killed her, I think. I didn't read all of it, but I remember her being like, she's covering a scar with her hair.
Oh. Nope. So that's why she has that dumb fucking hairstyle.
Yeah, no, it was fucking great, dude. It was like, what the fuck? And then she just beats the living shit out of him.
Neat. I'm gonna go watch it now.
Yeah, no,
Read
it's
it?
in the manga.
Did they
it's
ever
in the manga.
animate it?
No, they're
Okay.
animating it right now.
Yay. Let me some Kenpachi.
Number 4. See that this one's kind of putting me on the spot. So I really don't have a number 4.
Which Dragon Ball fight is gonna be on your list? is what I want
Actually,
to
I
know.
was gonna say, well, Dragon Ball's my number 1. Just so heads up.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say Kenshin versus what's his face, the cop, his rival from the rival clan, who's the cop, and always has a cigarette. He's like he's almost killed Kenshin a couple times. Shishido? No, not Shishido. Oh, I have the fucking manga in front of me. What am I?
You also have Google. I mean, that's options.
No, there's no way I'm gonna find it. What am I gonna
But
look
he will
up?
look
Guy-
up through 4 tomes of manga to find this damn thing.
No, trust me, I can find his bitch ass real quick. Because all you have to do is look at the front, the first couple of pages. They have all the characters listed. Man, they doing Dragon Ball. What the shit?
Are you reading it from the wrong direction?
No. What the fuck?
Left to right.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Right to left.
Fuck. What's his name? He's a damn cop in Rurouni Kenshin.
Kevin.
No, it's not Kevin.
That would be funny if it was Kevin.
Jesus Christ.
Not gonna lie. That
I'm
would be pretty
close.
funny.
I'm closer than Goku is to guessing it.
Jesus. No, it's because it's when Kenshin has PTSD and he turns into the Manslayer, and he's fighting what's his face, and then they're having this big fucking fight, and they're like, oh, nobody can reach them because they're lost they're actually in the past during the war, during the Meishing War, and then like the only person that can get through to them is their captain, and then like the captain shows up and tells them, stop fighting, you fucking idiots. And then he's like, oh no, Captain, my bad.
Hajime Saito.
Yes, Saito. It's Saito.
Thank you in the comments.
Yes, it is Saito.
Special shout out to Catherine Gabriel.
Cass.
Catherine Gabriel. Sorry.
Yes, thank you so much. You're amazing.
I got butchered that again.
Saito
So was it
versus
Kevin?
Saito versus Kenshin Himura in their fight when they think they're back in the war. That shit was clean, dude. They had a good fucking fight. And Rurouni Kenshin is one of those animes that it's still really good to this day. Like, I don't care what anybody fucking says, it's an amazing anime.
I think you're wrong.
You always think I'm wrong.
Yeah. I also just doing it for the sake of arguing.
I'm also gonna say Edward Elric versus Father from Brotherhood. It wasn't like the greatest fight, but it was just satisfying to see him just beat the crap out of him.
That was pretty good. Out of like the most entertaining, I don't think it was
Because that was
like skilled fight.
after watching that whole fucking anime and watching everything they had gone through. And just like watching him, like, because that's what was so great about it. He was just beating the crap out of him. It was no martial arts. It was no
fancy tricks here.
no
You
fancy
just gotta
tricks,
get these hands.
no hocus pocus, no alchemy. It was just straight hands.
No
to
hocus
fist,
pocus, no
bring
witch
the
doctory
smoke.
bullshit.
No witch doctory, no Dr. Stone, no Doctor Strange, no Spider-Man bullshit.
It's like, hey, during that
So-
entire time you were alive, did you ever learn how to fight physically? No? Well, guess what? Bam!
For real, it was just straight up hands, fist, your mouth, bring the smoke, all the smoke, I am the smoke.
Yeah, satisfying, yeah.
It was satisfying. It was really great. It was a really great fight. My number 2 is Wu Fei versus Hiroyuri from Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. The Wing Zero versus the Dragon, the Shenlong Gundam.
double armed dragons.
The Shenlong Gundam. That one from Gundam Wing Endless. Have you seen Endless Waltz?
Oh yeah, it's got heavy arms custom on there. It's my favorite one.
If anyone has not seen Gundam Wing, I
You should.
recommend you need to watch Gundam Wing. But Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, the art, the story, the pace, it's just fucking amazing. It's just really good. Like, Hero went from like this stone cold hardcore killer. Like, the thing about Hero is that he's not the best. He just doesn't have a fucking conscience. That's what makes him so dangerous.
Mhm.
And like Wu Fei has always wanted to fight Hero because, like, you're like you're the proclaimed leader. You have the Wing Zero. You're supposed to be the most powerful Gundam pilot here. And like, I want to
I
test
think
you
you're
myself.
a bitch.
That's right. It's like, I want the smoke. And so they fight, and Hero doesn't want to fucking fight him because Hero's like, Hero starts talking about like how he's killed so many people, and like this one little girl got killed as collateral damage from a mission. And it fucking happens because they're in a war. But it's like, you kind of feel for the guy, man, because he's seen so much fucking death. Like, he had seen so much death, and that's why they weren't killing people in the fucking anime. Like, I guarantee you, if they had just killed everyone, they would have like ended that battle a lot sooner. But because they weren't trying to kill people,
They were killing all the soldiers.
they weren't. No. You go back, they're
The
breaking
anime?
the gun. No. In the anime, but in Endless Waltz, they're not trying to kill anybody.
Oh, okay.
Because in Endless Waltz, they're getting their asses kicked, and you're wondering why. Because they're like, don't kill anybody. Just disable the mobile suits. And like, we don't need any casualties. So that's what they're doing. They're giving non-fatal shots. And they have to be precise, and they have to be careful with all of their hits. If they were just like hack and slash, like Deathseye, you know how Deathseye's a cold-ass motherfucker.
It's because he's a murderer. He has a Grim Reaper robot.
For real, that motherfucker's like, I'm
Heavy
death.
Arms. Heavy Arms has 1,000,000 missiles. I don't know how you nice and precisely
How the fuck do you
eliminate
manufacture bullets that big?
the size of a sedan. Like,
For real. And where is he carrying them all? Up his ass?
That's all he's got. It's like I love the first time that they put the Heavy Arms out in space, and he had to attach a rocket to the back of it so he could fucking move. And every time he'd fire, he'd turn.
Yeah.
'Cause of inertia. Like, he is not meant for
I
space.
like,
This
though,
is
I like
hilarious.
when Hero tried to use Heavy Arms, they acknowledged that it had weight to it. Like, every time he tried to use it with his injured arms, he would bleed. It would reopen his wounds.
Lopsided, heavy ass gun that none of the other ones have something like that built into him.
Well, like, he couldn't do it because he was injured. Like, he just couldn't get used to it.
It's sluggish. Then he lost the arm, and then there was a saber in the arm.
Yeah.
Even though Heavy Arms has a heat knife.
What were the Gundam's names? You had You had
Heavy Arms,
Shenlong, Heavy
Shenlong,
Arms, Deathseye.
and
You had the Wing Zero, and then you had 0-1 and Sandstorm.
There was also Tall Geese.
Tall Geese, and there was the Epion. Epion. See, that was debatable for me. It was either Epion and the Wing Zero or Wu Fei and Hero. And I think Wu Fei and Hero just had a lot more going for it.
Like the Death Scythe had like a stealth mode, which was just him with his giant fucking wings folded over on him.
I didn't realize this. I probably missed this. I didn't realize this the first time. But Zex Miliardo Peacecraft is related to Lorena Peacecraft.
The last name?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're siblings. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh. I figured that out the second time I watched it. I'm like, oh, they're related. That's weird. And then Hero's got this weird relationship with Relena. I like you, but I'm still going to murder you.
He can aggressively tear up an invitation to a birthday.
He's like, I'm going to. Yeah, I know. Like, TJ, we pretty much admitted that we stole the idea from you.
We already admitted to it.
Yeah.
We're doing more. Well, we're trying to, but some
I
people
felt like we
didn't
had to do
bother
5
making
because
a
there
list.
were 5 that I really want to talk about. So we're talking about Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. Like, it's just one of the best fucking fights I've ever seen. It was beautifully animated. Like, it was great. Like, the lead up to it was amazing. The movie was just great overall. And like Hero and Wu Fei, like those were two of the ones that I would have really liked. Like, it made sense for them to fight because
They were destined to fight.
Right, they were destined to fight because Wu Fei never really felt part of the team. He was just kind of there.
I like when they fight outside of the robots and Wu Fei beats people's ass.
I will give an honorable mention to Code Geass. Fucking Lelouch versus not Lelouch, I'm sorry. His friend Suzaku. When it's the final battle when he's in the Lancelot and he's fighting like in the main last battle. That was really great. Oh, we're talking about top 5 animes. I'm on my number 2.
Anime fights.
Anime fights. We're just discussing anime overall. What are your top 5 anime fights? I want to hear what you have to say. Actually, you know what? Do you want to be are you busy?
They did a show last night about their top.
Yeah,
ones.
you should have. Yeah, you should have saw it.
Literally
If you
just
I
did it.
did watch it, but our
Okay, how did it-
audience didn't watch their show.
No, but
I'll
you
watch
should
some of that
recap it.
later.
If you saw it, you should recap.
I
them.
can't recap what time I woke up this morning.
Well, you're gonna have to know.
I didn't write notes. I have to write notes. These are one of the things that I have to write notes for.
Yeah, you should do that.
That's what we got you for.
Well, I'm not doing that. Well, if you're the one who watched it, you should be. It's like saying, "Hey, this is for my class. You do my homework for a class that I've never took before."
Nah, it's not like that.
We got any honorable mention? Yeah, the honorable mention was Code Geass fight.
Yeah, is there
Whichever
any
one.
I
other?
did watch it. I just don't remember everything.
No, but I mean, like your honorable mentions. and all that.
Just the one.
Just
No,
that one?
no. It was just that one because Code Geass, like,
Okay.
I can see why people give Code Geass a lot of fucking shit, but it has some of the best animation and some of the best fucking fights. It's a really
never
clean
watched
anime.
it.
Like, it's like My Hero. Like, I wanted to give My Hero I wanted to add My Hero to my top 5 or even give an honorable mention. But
I don't like their fights aren't that good.
their fights are, no, they have some good fights. It's just that there's nothing on the wow factor yet. Yes, the animation does play a major role, but sometimes the animation isn't everything. It's just the lead up to it. Like with Ichigo versus Byakuya, like the lead up to it was so real because Byakuya just fucking whipped the living shit out of this man. How dare you talk to my sister?
She's her own person.
She's that own person.
I like it when Chad rips a telephone pole out of the ground and he can't see the hollow, so he's just swinging at nothing. Like, no, it's over here. He just turns and starts
I like
swinging
how-
somewhere else.
I like how Chad's actually Mexican in that fucking anime.
Mexican in that anime.
Mexican, and then like they don't acknowledge him at all. Like, oh no, you're not Mexican. Quit lying.
Pito versus Gon.
That's a good one. Yeah, from Hunter x Hunter. That's a good one.
What
too.
is that one?
That's when he
I've
got-
never seen Hunter x Hunter.
That's when Gon, isn't that when he first went like adult mode?
Yeah, he had that super long hair,
When he becomes a man.
buffed up and stuff.
And apparently his hair has to change as well. They
Yeah,
just
it's like all the way. It's very tall. Some cosplayer did it, and it's like
they
all the
put
way
like
to
those
the.
inflatable tubes on their head and stick it all the way up.
Yeah, Doug Dimmadone's hat cover that.
All right, I got you, TJ. I'm trying
Just
to shoot TJ the invite.
Rex Puto. What's that number one?
Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to get him the fucking invite, and my internet the browser moves a lot slower when I'm running everything for the podcast.
My favorite one from Hunter is who's the old guy with the statue thing? I can't remember. Netero versus the main villain dude that looks like Frieza but green.
Green Frieza.
Oh no,
Green
he
Frieza.
looks more like Cell, dude.
Well, he looks like a Frieza. Yeah, he does like Cell, but he's short like Frieza.
He
But
looks
he's got,
like the
like, the
dollar
weird-
store version of Cell.
Yeah.
Mel.
And joining us on the podcast, very special guest from the Black Table Podcast. Where is he?
Gary.
There he is. From the Black Table Podcast.
Hey,
TJ.
what's up? What's up, guys? How's it
TJ.
going?
Hello.
A pop-up
Stole your
guest,
idea.
just like last time. Yeah, we stole your idea.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I felt it coming last night. No, I'm joking.
He messaged us like that night. It's like everyone's got to make their list, top 5 of the things, and then these two didn't freaking make their list.
I didn't because I kind of forgot we were.
I'm the
Well,
only
no, I
one who
already
made
knew.
my
I
list.
already knew what the fuck I was going to talk about.
Do you really have to make a list? Because like I don't know about you guys, but like with my friends, it's always a constant conversation of like
I wanted to rank the ones, so I actually had to make a physical list that I could see. Otherwise, I'd forget which ones.
Oh yeah, we made it harder too. We made it based off of like your top and it was like top 3 anime, but it was your number 1 anime based off of hype, your number 1 anime based off of animation, your number 1 anime based off of feels.
Mhm.
And then you had honorable mentions and shit like that.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of challenge. It would be quite a challenge.
Well, he said I couldn't pick 5 Rock Lee fights, so
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah,
it
I
had to
know,
be-
we added up
So
certain
we had to be
ones.
one per anime. I chose Saito versus Kenshin. I chose Byakuya versus Ichigo from Bleach. I chose Wu Fei versus Hero from Endless Waltz. And and I chose Edward Elric versus Father because that's not really that great of a fight, but I just love the fact because I hated Father, and when Edward had just beaten the shit out of this man like they're in a back alley, I thought that was fucking satisfying as fuck.
I had Kenshin actually. That was my number one anime fight of all time. Kenshin versus not Saito because Saito's dope. That fight's cool, but it was Kenshin versus Bandage Man. I thought of his name last
Mummy.
night, but I can't think of it now.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
the Mummy.
The reason why I chose Saito though,
She-
because of the fucking mindset that they were in. Like, these guys had like PTSD and they were like trapped in the Meijing War, or not the Meijing
Yeah.
War. I'm sorry, the fucking war.
No, the Meiji War. You're right.
Right. So like
And
the
like
only way.
he's stuck in being like trying to get away from being the manslayer at that point, and then he thinks that like he has to go back to being the manslayer to beat Saito, and Saito's like, yeah, I'm about to fuck up all of your shit. It was a great fight.
It was, and like the only way like they got through to him, like they're trying to like stop Kenshin, like no, you can't stop him. He's not here right now. He's stuck in the past, and their fucking commanding officer shows up. It's like, what the fuck y'all doing? And they
Yeah.
like legitimately stop. Like, oh shit.
And then the rest of the series, Saito is still trying to beat his ass.
Makoto Shishido
Yeah, Shishido.
is the
Shishido.
mummy guy. Afro
Yeah.
Samurai has been brought up.
I like every fight from that show.
I don't like every fight from Afro Samurai. I don't think there's a singular fight that I actually enjoyed watching. In my opinion, if you wanted to see like a black samurai fight and it be animated well, you would watch that episode of the Boondocks where he fights the blind nigga samurai.
By the
Also
way,
like
before
those.
we
I also like those
before we go any further, for our audience that are joining us, why don't you introduce yourself, sir?
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is TJ, aka the Fade Runner. I'm from the Black Table Podcast. We do shows bi-weekly on Thursdays late at night, so you can catch us there, or you can catch us on Facebook.com/Black Table Podcast.
Hey.
I got it down. I've been practicing ever since that Jesse came on our show and showed us up.
Well, because like when you learn how to do a podcast, like that's like one of the things that like tell you to do is like, oh, You got to have an intro. Like you got to practice the intro.
I have to say your entire introduction in Spanish.
You could be a mouth breather the rest of the
estás?
fucking show, but you got to have that intro down.
Yeah.
When that
No,
shit
I've-
starts, you got to sound like a beast. Like you want all the smoke. After that, you can go back to.
Yeah, no, I watched Joe Rogan was talking about like how he spent. I've been watching Joe Rogan's podcast pretty frequently recently, just because of like how much work he actually puts into it. Like I didn't think he put any fucking work into it. I thought he just like went.
He's
and
got
sat
Jamie
down
for
in the
that.
room.
He's got
Like,
Jamie for that.
randomly.
Show him clips on Google.
Yeah,
Jamie, pull that up for
Well,
us.
like some shows, like I don't know about Joe Rogan's, but I listen to the Jim Cornette podcast, the Drive Through podcast. It's a wrestling podcast, and he has a guy that kind of handles the subjects and what they talk about,
Conrad.
and he'll
yeah.
like ask
they talk
him.
about like the
They talk about
shoots and shit like that.
yeah, they talk about all that stuff, and he just like gives his thoughts on it. So the way we try to do it is we'll have subjects, and then we'll give our thoughts on it. Like it's a
Yeah.
lot of work. Even with Joe Rogan, he has a handler. He has a handler for the show that makes sure he stays on track. So that it is a lot of work. People think that I just go on fucking internet and start talking out of my ass, and people are gonna listen to me.
Goku, what's your number one fight?
I
Oh, wait. Are
Pushed
you
it
guys
off
already
for
on the number one?
I'm,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
we're-
we did it. We all
it.
did our fives.
We all did our fives all at once.
All right, I'll give you mine real quick then, because I have 5 just in case.
All right, go ahead before I really
No,
okay. All right, so my number one is it's a halfie. It's Gohan and Goku versus Cell
Why?
because Cell was the accumulation of everything they had faced up until that point, and the reason why the build up to the Cell fight was very well character development for a lot of characters that desperately needed it. Like Goku finally accepted the fact that Gohan was not him. He didn't like fighting. Piccolo also developed because he fused with Kami and came more to accepting his roots than
Piccolo.
he did in the Namek saga. Vegeta went from a murderous asshole to actually caring more and more little by little about Trunks.
I don't think Vegeta's like character development becomes full circle into the Buu
No,
saga.
no, it doesn't. But he starts. They start planting seeds for that there. Because when he lost his shit when Trunks died, that's when he starts showing that he is not the same person he was in the beginning.
True.
Because he
Facts.
murdered Nappa in cold blood, but when Trunks died, he lost his shit because his only son had died. And Gohan finally realized that he needed to let go and step up when his father could no longer do it. The whole point was for Gohan to pick up the torch from Goku. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way, and they brought Goku back later on.
Because Gohan's a bitch.
Well, he became... The anime was... People say the anime was supposed to end with Frieza. It was supposed to end with Cell. That's not necessarily true. The anime never had, like, a concrete ending. Akira was just going to keep writing it
Supposed
until
to
he
end
got
when they
sick.
ran out of money.
No,
No, right
Akira-
until he can't.
They never ran
remember
out of money. That was the
anything.
problem. They never ran out of
Let's
money.
keep making.
Super Dragon Ball Z ended, and the anime is like Toy Animation was like, "Fuck, dude, we're making all this money now. We got nothing, so let's make GT." GT
Yeah.
was made because the fucking manga was done, and Akira's like, "Listen, I'm lazy. I'm getting sick. I'm rich. Fuck yo."
Look this shit, I'm.
Pretty much.
No,
So what's your top 5?
My top 5. So my number 5, if I'm just placing it off of like everything, right? Like no specific thing that like makes the list, right? My number 5 is going to be, and this also includes movies. My number 5 is going to be the My Hero Academia first. I think it's called the Twin Heroes.
Yeah,
where-
two heroes. Yeah.
Yeah, the 2 heroes where Deku and All Might go fucking ham for that last 15 minutes of the movie. Like
Yeah,
that's
that
just
was a
dope.
good one.
Like that's
That was
just
a
just dope. Like we talk about the culmination of like a character developing. Like that's it. Like that's it. That movie not only is part of the actual like show. It's
canon,
not like
yeah.
it's not filler bullshit that they just randomly threw out there, but it's canon and like you see the torch being passed. Like the moment where All Might like gets or he beats All for One and then points into the crowd and says, "You're next." Cool. That's fine. Gives your heart a little bit flutter. But the torch actually being passed happens the moment that they use One for All together, and it looks dope as shit, and the animation's perfect. My number 4. What's up?
I was gonna say, side note, of the two My Hero movies, which one was better, Two Heroes or Heroes Rising?
Two Heroes. Because I don't mesh with the whole. So here's the thing, right? Like I don't like My Hero Academia for the reason of there's no ceiling for Midoriya. They can't find one. Like they have no idea where his ceiling is, and like Heroes Rising basically shows that off. Like if anyone else would have gotten One for All, they would immediately have been better than Deku. Like Bakugo has that shit for literally 3 minutes, and immediately wipes this thing out of like this whole enemy off the face of the planet, like just immediately, right?
Okay.
While Deku has the longest time during the entirety of that movie, basically hitting this man, right? But like with Two Heroes, that movie is perfect, dude. Like you get a moment for everyone in the classroom. Todoroki's fucking dope the entire movie just because that's who he is, and there's not a missed beat in that movie. Like the quote unquote love interest that they tried to make with Girly was kind of annoying.
With the blonde girl and
yeah,
Deku?
that was David's daughter, right?
Yeah, that was kind of annoying, but like it wasn't forced down your throat. It didn't last long, right? Because at the end of the day, this character is probably not going to be around for a total of 2 more episodes.
It's kind of like the Broly thing, you know, like how Broly's canon to the manga, but Broly right now is only in the movies.
Yeah, and so the other thing. I know people that love, live, and die by Broly, but I don't like that character, bro.
The original one or the new one?
The new one. I like the original Broly because he was just about whooping Goku's ass, and like he didn't need a story. What's plot? What is this? I'm whooping Goku's ass. That's the plot.
I hated the original Broly for the simple fact that he was an infant and he remembered, like, motherfuckers can't even remember their fucking baby mama's name, and this motherfucker remembers someone made his ass cry when they were only a couple days old.
Because he put the dende on him. If somebody put the dende on you, you gonna remember.
That was just like even then, like you gotta understand that like Broly, like Akira Toriyama didn't make Broly. Like that was made by the fucking guy that writes the movies.
Yeah.
And so like Akira's like, okay, this could work. Broly's like super fucking powerful. The only thing, like the real thing about Broly is this: they're the legendary Super Saiyan. I like how in Super though, I like how he hated Vegeta though. Like that made fucking sense.
That made more sense.
Yeah.
That made more fucking sense for him to hate Vegeta, and like versus hating Goku. I kind of didn't like the fact that he was like, oh, I don't like fighting. I'm a pacifist. Like,
well, yeah, because that was like the duality of that character. That was the new thing that I kind of liked about Broly. That and after like Frieza killed his dad. First of all, let's talk about Frieza's acting in that fucking movie. He's A1. He deserves an Emmy. Like my man's killed his dad and was like, oh no, Broly, a stray key blast hit your father. I think he's dying. Like,
and then
you know what you did?
He does that shit, and then he gets his ass whooped for an hour.
Oh yeah,
for a full fucking hour, dude. Broly beat his ass like a 4-year-old at Kmart.
Well deserved. He deserved that ass whooping though.
Bro,
like,
the last time I saw an ass whooping that bad was on Everybody Hates Chris when the mom slapped Chris and they show a little Asian kid. After
he slapped him into another family. That's what I was gonna. But so yeah, that's my number 5. My number 4 is actually from a little known anime called Demon Slayer, and you may not have heard of it. You probably never heard of it. It's a small anime.
I've never seen it actually.
Demons?
Really?
Yeah, there's this they told me this cosplay I did. Someone told me that he looked like the main character from Demon Slayer. I was like, Demon Slayer? Okay.
Demon Slayer is actually pretty dope. It's gaining popularity right now. It broke like records for like the number one anime
manga
movie to release in a weekend. So like it actually beat like Twin Heroes, which previously had the record.
Yeah, Two Heroes, and also like I know it's supposed to come here in the US in 2021, the movie. So I don't know how they're gonna do it with this whole COVID thing and all that.
We'll see.
Yeah, release it and then
coming back to the theaters apparently.
Yeah, like they'll probably just do like maybe limited seats and all that stuff.
We'll see.
Sorry,
I have
sorry to
all
interrupt you there.
that like we'll get it and it's going to be just as good as it's been hyped up to be.
Don't you cosplay from Demon Slayer, Sonic?
That's
Yeah,
the
I know
joke.
that's
That
the
was
joke.
Okay, I don't know. You gotta understand that, like,
Okay,
I've
because
never
you're
fucking seen it.
Both of them were being sarcastic.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Okay,
'Cause
next
I'm
time
Mexican.
you need to type it out
I
in the
wasn't gonna
uppercase,
say that.
lowercase
I
format
was just
for
like,
him.
I heard Demon Slayer. I was trying to think, like,
Damn,
the one
where's
with
the
the fucking box?
yeah, I gotta go get the box too. I gotta see one that fits on my girlfriend because she did Nezuko. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to find one big enough for her to fit
Carry
inside
her
her.
around.
Yeah,
I feel
in a
sorry
box.
for your fucking.
You're gonna have to
niece
work.
afterwards.
Yeah, you're gonna have to work out your legs, bud.
Yeah, that's what Ring Fit does to you. Ring Fit's working for that one.
Oh, so you bought the cardboard, huh?
No, that's
It has
actually
to be a
really-
wooden box. It has to be able to carry a whole fucking
Yeah,
person.
or an Uber Eats box. There you go. Just put a pizza in there.
No, but in Demon Slayer, there's a fight where the main character has this moment where he's like the whole point of the series is like the main character is not all that great. He's not supposedly like the main character, and they show you that there's levels to this shit,
Mhm.
and despite it being like a relatively new anime, they don't take the time to give him plot armor. Like the plot armor that they give him is actually in this fight by like trying to explain he knows how to do a certain breathing style because
breathing technique and all that.
yeah, from watching his dad do it, that's the plot armor. But the realistic, like the realism in me or the realist in me wants to say like, yo, if that's the plot armor of this show, I am okay with that because I've seen Ichigo fight after losing 32 gallons of blood.
I was just about to
He's got too
bring
much
that
fucking
up.
blood.
I'm like, out of
That's spirit blood,
out of
though. It's
all the
different.
anime I've ever watched, I think Ichigo has like the most plot fucking armor I've ever fucking seen.
It's got more blood per capita
Every
than
arc,
body.
every arc, this motherfucker has a new like. Oh, you're part this, you're part that, you're also part this and part. You also have this blood in you. I'm like, god damn, you got
Heinz 57.
You got a Hollow, Quincy, Death God, Power Ranger, Super Saiyan. What else are you gonna put in this motherfucker?
If he ever
Also
meets Goku,
Shinobi.
it's over. Don't let him fight Saitama. Jesus.
My mother from my
I'll be
father's
right back.
side was a
I
Saiyan.
honestly don't believe Saitama is as strong as everybody claims.
What? He punches things once.
Yeah, but Aurelie from Dr. Slump is like shown to be much more powerful than Saitama.
But there's also one's a gag character, one's satire. Saitama's satire, one's a gag,
Yeah.
and the other one's a gag character.
Aurelie's like she punches the earth in half for shits and giggles.
She breaks
as
physics.
a joke. Yeah, she's got Looney Tune logic, and Looney
Yeah.
Tune logic is like
Although you might not die from it because
it's like
now
when the
you could be an
Mask
accordion.
fought when the Mask fought Deadpool in Death Battle. It's kind of like the same fucking physics. Like it's got that Looney Tune bullshit.
I have not seen that, but now I'm going to go look it up. Thank you.
No, for real, I'm dead serious. Like
not
the
one of their
Mask-
best fights.
No, it's not because the Mask is way too OP. Like if the Mask is so powerful, like if he no longer wants to feel pain, like if you do something like I want you to die, like oh no, I don't want to die. No, thank you, I'll pass.
So that's my thing with like everything that happens in Marvel. So can somebody actually explain to me what the Hulk's power is? Because I think I'm
Being really
misunderstanding.
pissed off.
Right, but also like I thought they said at one point if the Hulk feels pain to something, he becomes immune to that pain.
No,
No,
that's
it's
not
Doomsday.
necessarily true. That's Doomsday.
Okay.
The Hulk can
Doomsday-
still feel pain. Like the Hulk has limits too. He's fought Sentry, like Cosmic, World Breaker Hulk has fought Sentry, and like they fought to like a stalemate, and then he becomes Bruce Banner because he had worn out his powers.
All right. So
Well,
I thought I
Dude-
thought man's power was literally if it hurt me, I don't like it anymore, and now I can't do it.
No. Hulk doesn't work like that. He's been
I was
he's
like,
been killed.
yo.
He's been fucking killed.
All right, cool.
Doomsday, whatever killed him or hurt him, he becomes immune to. It got so bad, they had to vanish him to the end of time because they could no longer kill him.
Well, I mean, shit, stop killing on me.
Like
Like, and originally
they fried
he
his
wasn't-
brain,
Yeah.
and he healed from it. And then he's like, "Oh, you can't fry my brain no more."
Imagine being immune to punches.
Like somebody
You can't die
punches you in
from
the
blunt
face
force.
once, and
Superman?
after that, every time you get punched by the face, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a brick or a cinder block. It doesn't hurt
Like,
anymore.
well, and that's the vagueness of it is that it's not you died because of a punch, you died because of blunt force trauma. That means you can no longer die from that. Your body's immune to impact, like complete impact. So it doesn't matter how hard Superman punches you later on. You're no longer your body will always maintain its solid form.
I'm
And
so sick of Marvel. I mean DC.
That's DC.
DC
So sick of
Superman
DC.
was
They both
so,
make dumb fucking powerful.
They do.
characters.
Like Superman got so fucking strong, dude. He could actually make up his own powers. Like, let's
Didn't
say,
his daddy just whoop his ass?
huh?
Didn't his daddy just whoop his ass? I think I saw that.
Superman.
No.
Yeah, like some comic book strip.
Yeah, no.
There's a
A
different
dude
comic.
that looked like Superman, but it was a white suit, and like Superman tries to punch him, and he stops it with a finger, and then just like slams him into the.
Yeah, no.
like-
There's
There's
inconsistency.
different-
with
It might be a different
Superman.
Superman too. There's
yeah,
there's the
Amazo-
Silver Generation one,
The Silver Age Superman is the one that could sneeze and wipe out a fucking solar system.
which they brought him back. Like he's canon because
course.
in one of the new storylines he comes back and they're doing like a Superman fight thing. But like there was in the timeline there was a regular Superman and then there was I think it was New 52.
There's
near the
a
end of it.
there is a Superman. Every time they rebooted the comics, the Superman's so strong that every time they rebooted the comics, this Superman was like, no, not me.
That's cute.
That's not me. That doesn't apply to me. It's
No,
in my
because he's
contract.
like, because they showed him, he's like, oh man, this is the third time the universe reboots, and he's there with his fucking family,
Just
like
kinda
nothing, just like, nah, I'll pass. No thanks, I don't want any.
I
That
don't
was
wanna
not the
be rebooted.
Smallville one. The Smallville universe when they did the Infinite Crisis on TV. Like Clark Kent had already given up his powers. Like I don't care.
Okay.
Let it reset. I don't fucking care.
Marvel
I'm good.
has interesting comics. DC writes better comics, but right now Marvel's making more money than DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because they got better movies.
Yeah.
You make more money off of movies.
And also the property, pretty much like the games, for example, and all that.
Yeah,
But like
true.
the comment for Amazo, like that's Amazo adapts and can copy anything. By
But if
just
he
looking
dies,
at
he's
it.
just done.
If Amazo can essentially not die.
It depends
there's-
because let's go back to the list. Let's go back to the list.
All
So
right,
Amazo versus
bum.
Doomsday.
no, you
Um,
good. You got us all like debating and shit because we can debate for
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, my number 4 was it's the Tanjiro versus I can't even think of dude's name, homie's name, but the
Was it
little-
that spider demon or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
He's
I
fine.
list
That
that,
was
one
on
too.
Sonic's list. On
Yeah,
Sonic's
I list
list
that
of
one too.
2 things.
Nah, there was like 3-4 things.
there's that one, and then my number 3 is honestly it has to be Ichigo versus Aizen because there's nowhere else to put that on the list. And the only reason that's on my list is because of the facepalm. No one in the history of anime has ever executed a facepalm so perfectly. It was not-
I chose Byakuya versus Ichigo when Ichigo achieves Bankai before Aizen betrays the Soul Society
Right, because of the history.
because
I
of the
get that.
history, because the one fucking line that he says to him, like the first time they meet and he whips his ass and he's like sprinkling fucking blood like a water system out there on the yard.
Yeah.
He's falling to the ground and he grabs him and he's like, even in defeat you are slow.
Yeah.
I was
Gravity
like,
only works so fast.
damn. You over here dying and he's still talking shit.
Oh yeah, Byakuya was about all of that. Especially like I'm sure you've seen or read the rest of the manga, right? Like
I read
Byakuya
most
was
of
about
it.
that shit. Like,
Byakuya was like a noble. He was all about the rules. He was all about order. He was all about Soul Society, and he wasn't like.
no, I mean like after that, when the
Right.
like the Quincy War starts, when they're like doing the whole
I didn't finish the
Fucking
Quincy War
animation
because I
show?
was like, I read it halfway. Like, I got to the point where you find out like Kenpachi wasn't the first Kenpachi, it was Homegirl.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you find
then he
out
learns
that
Bankai?
she's all like, oh, she's like that one dude in the meme, like it smells like bitch in here.
Smells like bitch in here. motherfucker.
You want to talk about somebody getting their ass whooped for a long ass time? Unohana whooped Zaraki's ass for 13 chapters. Like, dog. Kenpachi ain't do nothing to deserve that. But so yeah, that's my number 3. My number 2 is I think I talked about it already, which is so there's another very small anime that nobody's ever heard of, I'm sure.
You say small.
his fucking face. Yeah, nobody's heard of this shit. All right, here we go. He's gonna say Dragon Ball Z. It's Dragon Ball Z. So there's a moment in Dragon Ball Super where Goku and Jiren are fighting,
Mhm.
and Goku finally perfects Ultra Instinct, and it's like right after Jiren hasn't actually knocked him off of the fucking stage, and he gets back on the stage before Jiren even knows that he's fucking there. Mind you, Jiren has been knocking people off of the stage with stairs the entire fucking match,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So he doesn't
Side
even
eye.
realize that homie is like on the stage with his like key blast in his hand, and then he just like shatters that shit. Turns around, looks at Jiren. Jiren doesn't even know that he's turned around. He's thinking that he's moves faster than this bitch. And then Goku proceeds to do a backflip.
Yeah. This shit was crazy. Like he runs over
Unnecessary.
there and he's only like, oh, he's like, did you just whip my ass without moving? He's like, let me slow it down for you.
A backflip, homie, and then hit him 57 times during the course of this backflip that he didn't even see. Like, Goku, chill, bro. Like, God,
He was
damn.
styling. He was styling for himself.
Even
There's no one saw that
Belmont,
shit.
even Belmont's like, how many fucking times is Goku gonna overcome his limits?
Oh yeah. At that
That's
point,
the
I think
show.
the gods of destruction were starting to get pissed off because they realized that like Goku could definitely master Ultra Instinct at this point. And that's something that like realistically the gods hadn't even done. Like angels can do that shit, but not little piss ants. But then again, in that same tournament of power,
Why you
you
say it
had-
like that?
well, I mean, like comparative to gods of destruction, they have Hakai. Like if they just really didn't want to deal with Goku, they could delete him. I mean, they can't anymore. But like at that time,
It's one of those things to where like in the manga, I read the manga and I like the manga more. Jiren
Oh, did you
was
see-
colder in the fucking manga, dude.
oh yeah, he was Jiren.
It was,
I,
yeah.
I recently read the manga because I wanted to see what the fuck Goku does. Because they were talking. Well, a friend of mine was talking heavily about like how much stronger Goku has gotten with Ultra Instinct. So I wanted to read it and actually see it because it was taking a long time for them to animate. But like, Jiren whooped their ass. Like in the manga, he whoops everybody's ass. Sure, that's what Jiren does. But in the anime, he whoops everybody's ass. But in the manga, he is literally beating entire rings of people with stairs. Like it's kind of crazy. Jiren's broken. That's my favorite villain that they've released so far. But no, my number one fight, I think I said already, is Shishio versus Kenshin, and it is tied for another fight that I sincerely love and wish that like we could get a remake of somehow, some way. Because I genuinely feel like it's probably one of the best fights in anime history, and it comes from Boruto, so nobody's ever gonna fucking believe me or agree with me. But it's Momoshika versus Naruto and Sasuke.
Oh yeah.
Like that fight is, if you go back and watch that fight in the movie, it looks great, looks amazing, it's pristine. But if you go back and watch it in Boruto, it actually looks better. Like that fight's good. The moment that like what is it, Naruto comes, like Sasuke releases Naruto, and then from Momoshika's grasp, and then Naruto runs over to Momoshika and he's about to punch him, and immediately is like in Sage mode, or not Sage mode, but Nine-Tail Kyuubi mode. And then Sasuke comes out of his fucking cloak, but you don't see him come out of the cloak, and he's just on Momoshika's ass, and they proceed to whoop his ass for the next 5 minutes. Like that whole animation's dope.
Yeah.
That fight was great.
For Uzi,
You finally get to see them
who's-
full
for-
power and stuff.
For Uzi, who's commenting on YouTube, he says, "Are we talking one-on-one fights or just fights?" We're talking just fights.
In general,
Just
yeah.
fights.
Does that have to be like? It could be multi-man fights or something like that.
Just fights. And I try to keep to, me personally, I try to keep to more relevant anime that people know, because I noticed that you guys picked Hunter x Hunter, and there was another one.
Well, like the
Gundam.
thing is, I don't watch like so I don't have like because I'm always constantly looking stuff up about wrestling, about comics, about video.
You don't have
games.
time.
I don't have
it's just
time
that
for this
I don't have,
newfangled
like-
anime shit.
Like I watch
Even
anime. It's just
Slater.
that I don't have enough time to watch like whenever I tell people, oh yeah, I like anime. Have you seen all these anime? I'm like, no, not really. But I've read all these comic books because I love comics as well, and I love manga.
If you want an anime that is well worth watching, it's only 12 episodes. If I give somebody an anime to watch, it's always going to be like a 12 episode short novel or graphic novel series, because I think that that's the best way to introduce somebody to something.
2 days worth of watching at most.
Yeah. But if you're gonna watch, if you just want an anime to watch, it's funny, it's on Hulu, it's great, It's called The Overly Cautious Hero.
Oh yeah. I've seen that one too.
That's how I play video
Asta-
games.
Uzi says Asta Finraw and Vanessa versus Beast Dude. From
Yes.
the Black Clover.
So
Black
from Black
Clover,
Clover,
yeah.
So that fight is dope in and of itself, just because of like the build up to it. But the animation is garbage because they changed studio teams in the middle of production, so it just looks like ass. And again, with characters that have no power ceiling, Asta is one of the biggest bastards of that.
That trope.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
need to figure something out for Asta too.
for an anime, I recommend everybody watch Samurai 7. It's about 26 episodes.
So you told me Samurai 7. Is that the Samurai Deeper Kyo show?
No.
The bridges from that? No? Okay.
I know. I can recommend one Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill.
That's a good
Kill
one.
la Kill was good. I didn't mind Kill la Kill. It's hard to get into though. It's hard to.
It is. Like a lot of people just get thrown off by like the skimpiness and the animation and all that. But if you like,
Yeah.
you take all that away and just see how it is, it just comes out pretty well.
Hold on, let me see. For manga though, I keep recommending this one because I can't recommend it enough. If you've never read Pokemon Adventure, I recommend Pokemon Adventure.
Is that the one
Not-
where they're like actually trying to kill people?
When they murder people.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Team Rocket, they're a cartel, and half the gym leaders are part of and the Elite Four, they're actually like fucking criminals as well.
Oh yeah. Okay, I didn't hear that part, but no.
Like they're really fucking like. Okay, so let me see real quick. I want to look up something real quick just to show you.
I like all of the Escanor fights from
I like
season
buttered
2
toast.
of Seven Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly Sins. Because Escanor is that guy, bro.
He's the best.
All right. And there's never gonna be.
Season 3 fucking sucks though. Don't watch season 3. But
Is that the one where, like, is that the
that's
one where
the,
like they changed all the animation, like the animation?
That's the worst fucking animation like ever. It just looks horrible. It looks like someone took clip art, the fight between Meliodas and Escanor. They took like clip art and they just kind of slid it across the screen for motion. Like this is supposed to be like the fight. Like in the manga, this is a great fight. What did you do to this god awful thing?
I love Escanor as a character. The moment they introduced Escanor, I was like, I love this guy.
Like, ooh, he's getting bigger. He's very showboaty. Oh, he just cut that dude in half. Nice.
With a single slice. And then proceeded to talk shit while this man is supposedly dead. He's still talking shit. Escanor is amazing.
If you hate me, then you'll lose all of your powers. Like, why would I hate someone who poses no threat to me? I just pity you. I murdered all your friends. They were just getting in the way. They're fine.
I love the line he tells him. He's like, no, it's not. This isn't a weapon that's made to be used with two hands or one hand. It's a weapon that's made to be used by the man who sits above all else. And I was like, yo, what? You can't just say that to people.
Is he monologuing? He's monologuing. He's right there. Good. Oh, was that all you had? Just a little cut? Okay. Is it my turn? It's my turn now. Yay. Yeah. Don't even see it. It's just the axe is now on the other side of the body and the body is in half.
The way that Escanor talks shit, I expected him to be the new main character of the show. Like
to me, he is.
Like you could have came in and been like, oh yeah, this show was about Escanor the whole time. We just had to find him first. And I'd be like, yeah, fair.
Just gets more and more, and he just gets stronger as the day goes on, except for then he starts to decrease. And in the manga, it's crazy. He pokes a guy to death because first he gets bigger and he just pokes him because his axe stopped working. It stopped being effective as a weapon. He's like, oh, well, it's just holding me back now anyway, and chucks it and just like karate chops someone from like 30 feet away. And the force of him just doing this does a massive gash on the person way the fuck over there. It's like, holy shit.
All right,
Love
I can't
this
fucking
mustache
find it.
man.
So in this Pokemon, this is a Pokemon manga spinoff. This is that Pokemon manga spinoff. It's called Heart and Gold and Soul Silver, and it's about gold and silver and whatever. So in the fucking book, they kind of explained why Giovanni wanted Mewtwo. So they don't explain this in the first few chapters or in the video game or in the anime. But Giovanni and Blaine, who created Mewtwo, were both dying of some disease. We're just going to call it fucking cancer.
Cancer.
And
Can it be
Mewtwo
AIDS?
cures Bane.
AIDS.
No, it's like this fucking disease is actually like making him mutate and it's like killing him from the inside.
Yeah, but can it
radiation.
be AIDS?
No,
Say
well,
AIDS.
they actually, I think they do call it cancer. That's why I said let's just call it cancer because I wasn't sure.
It's
I want to call it
AIDS.
AIDS.
It's AIDS. Let's just
AIDS.
call it Pokey AIDS.
AIDS.
So, fucking
Pokades.
Giovanni is dying in the manga, but he gets cured by Celebi.
Ah,
And then his fucking
Fucking
lieutenants, they're so overzealous with power, like, we're doing this for Giovanni. They capture Arceus.
God?
They capture
Right.
Arceus, and they fucking create a new Dalgia and Palkia, and it's this insane fucking fight.
have you? I don't know if you guys like are on the internet or anything like that, but have you seen Dorkly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
where they do the fucking the little kid who caught all of the legendary Pokemon and he's named them stupid shit like Shit Face or Shit Eater.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that.
That God? Yes.
He
I
captures
am
God. It's like, then he names him Ass.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
He's like, wait, I've dropped my Chesto Bearer. Hold on, nobody move.
Doesn't have any hands. Why would God have no hands?
That sounds like a design flaw. Fuck.
God doesn't need hands.
The fact that he's God, like God, like not just Pokemon God, but God is a Pokemon.
Yeah, see, look, here's one fucking frame we're there.
Hey, look.
He's like,
That's one confident teenager.
he's like standing up to him, like, I'm gonna beat your ass and then catch you.
I got this speed ball. I'm gonna use it.
That's Ash.
For real. And then,
Now he tried to punch him.
no, that's Ty.
Oh yeah, he
that's
tried
Ty,
to.
that's
he
Ty
tried to
from
punch
Digimon.
Yeah, that's definitely Ty.
Ty
Ash
was
tried
trying to punch
to
it.
fucking deck Mewtwo in the movie. Just run
Yeah,
up
he
to
did.
him.
Try.
Like, you just saw this thing catch a Rhyhorn with
Oh,
its
this is how
mind.
crazy
You're
it
not
gets.
doing shit.
So fucking Arceus just like,
Now there's more of me.
But yeah,
fucking Arceus
I was-
like, oh, you want to fight me, huh?
I don't
I
play.
saw you
fair.
guys doing this, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely down to jump into this conversation real quick.
Why has no one talked about Madara and just botting the whole Shinobi Alliance?
It's
Because
because
it's
we're doing
Madara.
the one
Because
anime
I
rule.
had to pick Gara versus Rock Lee as my number one.
Okay, Madara is the equivalent of Arceus just botting all them damn Pokemon trainers and their Pokemon.
And I'm saying it's Madara, bro. Like, what do you expect? Nobody expected that fight to go well for the Shinobi Alliance. Not even the Shinobis that were in the Alliance.
Like, we're confident. The five Kage, like, all right, we got this. We're good.
It's kind of like
Confident
that
building.
scene when Trunks shows up and they knew they couldn't kill him, but Frieza's like, all right, here are your orders. You die to him or you die to me.
I'm saying, like, what? Nobody expected that was going to go any other way than exactly how it went. It's Madara. This man's broken as is, and he found a way to fully revive himself. Not like that bullshit revive that Orochimaru created.
He was under that. It ended, and he was just too stubborn to die. Like, no, I'm gonna stay.
I'll stay here.
They kept trying to
He
seal
pulled
him.
he pulled a
Nah.
Superman now. I'm good.
That's adorable.
But we're gonna reboot the anime now. I'm good. You can go ahead and reboot it. I'll stay here.
You fucking
Right?
thought. I want him to come back. I want Madara to somehow come back and like.
I don't know,
Boruto.
like so
Just
far, except
beat
for
the
like
shit out of
maybe
him.
a couple of fights, Boruto just kind of like it's just. I guess it's the fans' fault, but it just feels like
It's starting to gain its own traction in my eyes, but
It's
it
'cause
does take a very long time.
It's
because
finally
people
getting into the
compare
manga.
every fucking episode, like, oh, Boruto episode so and so, this is what's happening in Naruto. Like this is bullshit. Naruto's better.
Like this one, they're finger painting. This one, they're murdering each other in a forest.
Yeah, it's Boruto and Boruto's dad.
And
Yeah,
you
man.
really can't compare the two. That's like comparing Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. Like you're not gonna fucking get the same comparison.
Well, Boruto is what Naruto, the anime, would have been if it was a peaceful time. Because you're not gonna fucking attack Konoha. You got Naruto there.
Yeah, for real.
He
Like
literally
didn't
saved the
Naruto
world.
and Sasuke sacrifice their fucking happiness just so Titans couldn't walk around and be eating people?
In Boruto, nobody gives a fuck about the Hidden Leaf Village. They're there to fuck it up. Like they don't give a shit. They've been fighting Naruto for the entirety of that show. They don't give a fuck.
Like, hey,
Now when Sasuke shows up, people start to fear him because they think he's some like unhinged fucking being.
That's
But,
because Naruto probably won't kill you.
that's because
Sasuke will.
Naruto is like, hey, have you seen Naruto? You mean Goku? No, I meant Naruto. No, I meant Goku.
full
Naruto
on
will try to
friendship.
talk you and convince you. Sasuke's first move is trying to kill you, and we'll talk it out later if that doesn't work. I'm going to stab for your heart. What?
That's because Sasuke's an ass.
Sasuke's the goat, bro.
He's the best.
Sasuke knocked up Sakura and then said bye.
My man is literally has one arm through the entirety of that show, and he's still bodying more people than
Bruh,
Naruto.
this fool. But
Like-
I'm just saying though, he got Sakura pregnant. And I'm gonna go out for some smokes and never came back.
Sasuke, why don't you get your other arm back? Because I'm immune to handcuffs.
Bam.
He also doesn't need it. Like,
Bruh, when like him
One-handed,
and Naruto were missing
one-handed
their fucking
signs
hands,
doesn't need shit.
when their hands were missing and their fucking blood like kind of like flows in together, reminded me of SpongeBob when they're crying in the tears.
I'm
turns
a
into a heart.
goofy goober.
Those two lost both of their lost their arms and had a little puddle of blood. Bleach is a river of blood when someone gets a paper cut.
there's
It's
a
like someone
difference.
cut a damn water
For real,
hose.
this guy's in a puddle of his own blood, but he's still alright. I'm good. Just flesh wound.
I mean, there was a point where like literally Ichigo bleeds out and then just decides to get up.
Yeah, that was in the Soul. Wasn't it the Soul Society arc?
Yeah,
He'd been
when
cut too
fighting
much. He started to
Orochi,
bleed out against
like
Renji.
starts bleeding out, and then like he has a conversation with Zangetsu, and then he gets up as if shit
He's
didn't
got
happen.
that soul blood. It's thicker and more effective. He had to tap
I mean, I
into it.
guess they never even try to explain that shit.
No,
It's
they
like
did.
God
It
Key.
was almost as bad as Roni Kenshin whenever they slice somebody. Oh, it's
It's raining.
raining blood. Hallelujah.
That's why Kenshin always had a red suit. Just
Yeah.
easier.
Yeah, his suit used to be like white, and then it became red, and then he couldn't get the blood off.
Doesn't he have white pants though?
He does.
You know
Man.
what's crazy?
Not
is
for now.
that,
Give
like,
it some
when
time.
he first got his scar, like not the full star scar, but when he got like part of it, it wouldn't stop bleeding because it was cursed because he killed some dude that was getting married, and like he cursed.
Nah,
him.
that's because it was feudal to Japan and they had no way of stopping the bleeding.
Right, but
He
like
had a
you
blood
know,
plate issue.
No, but it was like he was being cursed until he married the guy's wife, and then he killed her too, and then he got the second scar. He gave himself the cross. He gave himself the second scar as a vow because after he killed her, he vowed never to kill again.
But did
Really?
he ever kill again in the anime?
No,
The
after
manga?
he
No.
kills her,
Never did.
he never killed her. He never kills.
I
again.
mean,
He's
in
come
the anime,
close.
he has to kill one dude at the very end, who's like apparently another practitioner of the Hiiten Mitsurugi style, because
His,
for some reason that
his
fucking show
sensei.
is stupid. No, not his sensei. It's another guy. It's like it's a Westerner who learns the Hiiten Mitsurugi style.
Oh, okay. But that's how the Hitsu Mitsurugi style works, though. You have to kill
Supposedly.
your when for your final test, you have to kill your sensei, and that's when
Yeah,
you fully master the art style.
Yeah, for the Amakakaru Ri no Hirameki.
And actually, Kenshin never fully mastered
just
it.
ordered something
He
on the
left in
menu.
the middle of his training to go fight in the war.
No, he masters Amakakaru Ri no Hirameki. That's how he beats Shishio. And like the cold part about that, because I was talking about this last night, is the entire time he actually uses the Amakakaru Ri no Hirameki against another person who's like Shishio's, I guess, protege. And it's like the little kid who is always super happy, Seijiro or Seijiro. And he looks super happy, but he just whoops ass, and he's like basically Kenshin 2.0, and he's like 13, just beating the fuck out of Kenshin. So Kenshin has to use the Amakakaru Ri no Hirameki against him, and you're like, oh shit, that's a dope ass move. And yes, I will continue to say the entire name of this fucking thing because in the span of 2 episodes, you hear it 94 times.
They say the name like any fucking art style, like Hitsu Mitsurugi style. And then you have all the other fucking they have like these complex Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi names. And
Yeah,
Kodo
but the rest of the
Matsukami.
names, like the rest of the names, come once per episode because he's been beating people with one move the entire show, right? The Amakakaru Ri no Hirameki. Not only does it take him multiple times to use it to beat Shishio, but he also like has to explain it to people. Then they realize what it is, and then you have every character in the background having an internal monologue.
Amakagakaru Imunura
I want to
Hetsuru.
point something out real quick for everyone that's on my friends list that's not listening to this or listening to this later on.
Jerks.
If you think I really got fucking deported and arrested, y'all need Jesus.
You didn't get deported?
No, of course not.
Not
I wouldn't
today.
be here. It's like a 2-day process once you get deported to get back.
Oh yeah.
Why do you have 2 sticks of deodorant on your gaming cabinet?
To make sure
You
I'm
not.
covered twice as much.
Okay.
At least you know I'm fucking using them.
Double pits to chesty.
Would you rather me not have deodorant visible? I would rather have deodorant visible and that be embarrassed by having it visible out in the open than like we meet up and like, oh god damn, Goku, when was the last time you put on some deodorant? I don't know what year.
I left it on my gaming cabinet. I forgot.
No, bro, because like I like every time I pick up I can smell my own funk if I don't wear deodorant. I'm like, oh my god, smell like Mexican in here,
Kanye.
bro. I smell like hard work and sweat.
Kodo Matsukami, interplanetary purpley thorny dragon. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card that's got the second longest name.
Bro, I don't like any fucking fights in Yu-Gi-Oh.
I like the one against Wex Weevil because he sends that motherfucker to the Shadow Realm for absolutely no reason.
I hate Wex Weevil. He has fucking bugs. Motherfucker over here summoning
Neither
cockroaches.
one of you said the fucking name right.
The duel's over, Yugi boy.
It's Rex Raptor and Weevil Underwood. They're 2
Oh
different
yeah,
people.
those are 2 different people.
I didn't say his name. I
Wex
just said I don't
Weevil.
like. I said, oh, okay, whatever. I don't like Weevil. I don't like Bug Guy.
We knew what we were talking
He
about.
got all them
Yeah.
grasshoppers and cockroaches. And I don't like that shit.
Monster Cardo. No, just
And
murdered
you
that
even
guy.
knew exactly the fight that we were talking about, where he like keeps drawing cards, and every time he does, he subtracts 1,000 life points or whatever. Like,
Monster Cardo.
Weevil's such an asshole. He's like, I know how to defeat Exodia. He throws his cards in the water.
Yeah, that'll do it.
What an asshole.
Like
I
that
got
is
3 of your cards, Yugi.
that is like
That's how
the
you throw your
big-
cards there, Yugs.
that
You
is
gotta
not-
put some
that's the
sleeves on
biggest-
these things.
That's like the biggest fucking assholeish thing to do. But it's the smartest thing I've seen anyone do in that whole fucking anime as well.
If I was Joey, I would have yeeted him off the fucking boat.
I would have yeeted his
Oh,
bitch
bye.
ass off the boat too. Ain't nobody gonna miss you, cockroach boy.
You're kicked out of the
Hey,
tournament. Joke's on
Hey,
you. I'm not in the
cockroach
tournament.
boy, you dare mess with Yugs cards like that? I might yeet your ass out of here.
Just
Like,
straight up murder that kid. That's what I would do.
just throw it. I hope you can swim, bitch.
he did. Wasn't that what the sending them to the Shadow Realm did? Like straight up murder.
Yeah, hell
them
yeah, that
and
was
sent them to
murder.
hell?
There was Shadow Realm was made by the 4Kids, with the dubbing company. There was no Shadow Realm in the manga. You just died.
boy.
No, there was. They would go to this darkness, hell, or the underworld, and
Right.
your soul was trapped, so you were pretty much dead.
No, you were dead. Shadow Realm is the term they made for it.
They
so
call it. I think in the manga, didn't they call it like underworld or hell or some bullshit or?
Yeah.
or-
Then they brought it to TV. It's like the Shadow Realm.
I'm pretty sure in the
Obviously.
manga, Yami raped little Yugi.
Welcome to the Murder
Yeah.
Dome.
Don't they have a duel at the end of that series?
Yeah, and he.
Yeah, it was like the duels. Like if he beat it, Yami, like Yami gets like sealed away or something like that. That's why in the end, like he starts like being emotional about it.
If Kid Yugi won, then Yami would be free. If adult Yami won, then he would have to stay in the mortal realm. But Kid Yugi beat him.
Kid Yugi cheated.
He's like, okay, you can go now.
How did he beat him?
And then Kaiba got
beat
pissed
him?
off. He beat him with
Exodia?
superior strategy.
Did he use Karibo, the most
he used-
bullshit card I've ever experienced in my
I think
life?
he used Dark Magician. He always uses Dark Magician.
He used Karibo that looks like a nutsack.
It looks like
Hairy
Gizmo.
balls.
Karibo had the most bullshit plot line like I've ever seen, bro.
Dude, the whole anime had like the most.
Yugi's whole fucking
The whole
deck is
anime,
just,
like,
I'm
remember
gonna make
when
it
he's fighting that big fucking monster dude, like in the Kingdom, the Battle Kingdom
Panic?
tournament? Panic. His name was Panic or some shit like that. And he
Yeah.
has like the castle, and then he can like total defense where everybody gets inside the castle and they're protected by the shield.
I
And then
destroyed your
Yugi-
levitation ring.
Yeah, he destroys the
What?
ring to the castle and it crushes the monsters, and it's like, oh, I've won the duel. Like that shit doesn't happen in the card game.
He said it first, therefore that's a rule.
I
He
destroyed
attacks
your
the
levitation
moon.
ring.
Didn't they also try like a dungeon dice monster? That's exactly what it's called. Dungeon dice
Dungeon
monster.
Dice Monsters.
It
Yeah.
was interesting. They actually made it in real life. It was too complicated though.
No, it was less complicated than Yu-Gi-Oh was.
Yeah, now Yu-Gi-Oh! Now we're talking about
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
back
in
then
the
it was
day.
about the same. The thing
No,
is, it
no,
was
pe-
just it
nobody
cost
knew
too
how
much.
to fucking knew how to play the fucking dungeon dice, and it cost much. And you had to have the figures and the little fucking pieces, and it was like Tetris. It was like fuck this.
I liked it.
Yeah,
This is
you're like,
bullshit.
fuck
It was
this.
more entertaining. You couldn't fucking make shit
It's
up. as
already
you were
bad
going.
enough that in high school you got made fun of for playing Yu-Gi-Oh. Now you got this dice setup where you take up the whole fucking table and people are trying to eat in lunch.
Was that
You're gonna get your
Bakugan?
ass whooped. That's why
playing some
nobody fucking
Beyblades?
and that's the reason why nobody fucking played Bakugan in fucking school was because it was just tops, just fucking
It's
tops.
toys.
Beyblades was tops. Bakugan was little ball. that
Yeah,
opened up
Beyblade
into
was
a-
literally Beyblade was essentially
Beyblade
top.
was
Like
anime
remember when
tops.
everyone collected Pokemon cards but nobody knew how to fucking play?
Yeah, I recently saw a like a little on YouTube. There was like a clip of like a news report about Pokemon cards back in 1999, and like the interviewer asked this kid's like, "So how do you play this game?" He's like,
Oh,
"I don't know." He's
I
like,
don't know.
"Well, then why do you collect them?"
gotta
Because
catch
it's
them all.
fun. And they show this guy like this dude is like he's like really I think he's like high school age, and then all the other kids are like elementary school kids, and he's like playing Pokemon. It's like, all right, so I put in my Dragonair, okay, and he's like dressing up as Ash, and I was like, oh, this is back in 1999.
It's good creepy stuff.
Man, okay, Cass says imagine now with 3D printing.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier.
Bakugan or
3D printing
Bakugo or wherever the fuck people play.
Bakugo
Bakugo. Yeah.
just explodes the shit when he loses. Ah, fuck this. Man, no one's
All right.
beaten Bakugo. Yeah, because he's gonna murder you if you do.
Or like Mario, imagine playing Mario Party with him. He's like, you're about
TJ,
to
what
steal
did
a
you do in
star.
high school? Did you play any card games, any Yu-Gi-Oh, any Pokemon, anything? Or you had a life?
I played basketball and got laid.
What a
In
loser.
high school or in late.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. So my freshman year, I played Yu-Gi-Oh.
I
My
was too
sophomore
high on
year,
cocaine. I couldn't play anything.
my sophomore year, I turned 15.
No, I lived in A-Leaf, so like seriously, the thing I did in the morning was like sit with the kids who were rapping.
I went to school in HISD, public school. I went to Waltrip, and yeah, no, you got your ass whooped. If you knew about, like, people knew about Dragon Ball Z, but if you knew too much about anime, you got your ass whooped. I eventually played football and did ROTC.
And nowadays they'll just accept you. They'll be like, "Oh man, this shit was so cool, man." I
And
used to
now
be
it's
fan of
cool.
that."
Like, if you're not into anime, you're a fucking loser now.
Yeah, they're
Look at
fake
this
people.
loser who doesn't know what Demon Slayer is.
Right?
Oh, it's like that. It's like that Fairly Odd Parents episode where like they all ate everything was just dessert, and like they all got big and fat, and like there's only one kid's all skinny, and all the bullies like, "Hey, look, it's the fit kid. Let's put him in the locker because he's the only one who fits." And like they try to chase him, and he's like walking normally, and then like so fucking...
wasn't that Chris from Family Guy?
No, it was on
It's
Fairly
Fairly
Odd
Odd
Parents.
Parents.
Fairly
Yeah,
Odd Parents? I thought that was in Family Guy. It feels like it was in Family Guy.
it feels like it's a Family Guy, but it's not.
Because there was one year he was fit in one year because that was cool, and they're like, "Oh, look at him," and then that's
Oh,
when he
yeah,
got fat the following year.
Yeah, that was one. But no, it's a scene from Fairly Odd Parents, and I instantly reminded of that because in high school, or you know, in public school in general, like it was like so nerdy and all that stuff. But now it's like, oh man, this is so cool and all that. And I'm like, really? Y'all used to shit on me for liking this shit. Now y'all fucking like it? Fuck y'all.
Oh yeah, that's where everyone. Eventually, people started playing in the library and cafeteria, and well, the library mostly, not the cafeteria anymore. But
Yeah,
I'm
libraries.
I'm class of 2006, so like I'm much like I'm from like when Yu-Gi-Oh first came out.
Yeah. Like for example, like for me in my case in high school, like before classes start, like you know when the buses come in
2020.
and
2002.
What?
I'm trying to think about when Yu-Gi-Oh came out. It's like
no, Yu-Gi-Oh came out around like 2002, 2003, like around that area.
because it was out when I was in 6th grade.
It was out when I was a freshman.
I do have to get out of here, guys.
All right, no,
You
not a
know.
problem, man. Actually, we're about to end, so you're good to go, man. Thank you for
Right.
joining us today.
With
Yeah,
your
really
bad
good.
takes on anime.
Yeah, that's right.
What? Please. My refined taste.
No, thank you for joining us, man. Thank you so much. We're 9 minutes about to wrap up anyway.
All right, guys.
I bet
right,
you
take
like
care, man.
Kingdom
See ya.
Hearts.
And but yeah, that came out in 2002, 2003. Yu-Gi-Oh. I was in elementary school. Shit, I'm a youngin.
You are young, you child.
Yeah, the child.
I played that shit when it first came out. It's like, hell yeah.
No, but like I
had to
remember,
learn.
I remember when they do those morning announcements. They were like, "All right, students, we have received complaints from teachers. We've heard this thing called Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards, And everyone was like, all the kids were like laughing. They're like, oh, they know what they're talking about.
They said the thing.
I
Like, you're
think-
not
I
allowed
think-
to have these cards.
I think
Yeah, we
it's
stopped
so
playing.
crazy. I wish I could go. I wish I was younger and I was in school now because I wonder how it is with teachers with the current generation because they got to know more than the previous generation.
Imagine them having to deal with fucking cell phones.
Like, listen, I know what you're doing. I'm cool. I play Among Us.
I'm
Actually, real
Jive.
I'm Jive. That's
Oh,
Y'all
the
kids are sus.
Or no, just be behind them. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to log off there for a sec. Just put their hand on their shoulders. Like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to log off.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
I know what you did.
Turn off
You
your
just-
phone and put your weenie away.
When I was in college,
whoa.
I played World of Warcraft in class because you could have a laptop up. So I
Yeah.
was just on World of Warcraft playing it.
You remember?
See, when I was in school, laptops weren't affordable just yet.
Oh, it wasn't. It was like a $700 purchase for college, but
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember Ultra Surf?
the fuck is Ultra?
I don't
Surf?
know.
Okay, basically, because like if you had a laptop in high school over there in school, and you try to access like YouTube, for example, it gets blocked. And this is thing, it's like a little proxy thing.
Oh, it was the
browser.
proxy browser. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
when the school found out about it, it's like, oh, we're not gonna use UltraSurf anymore. And then we
Another
found
one
out,
pop up.
no, we just used the whole HTTP, just put an S on it, and you'll go in. HTTPS ://www.youtube.com.
You always had to know which. There's always like a game website
Yeah,
that everyone will play, then it'll get banned, and someone will find another one. Like,
Pop
for,
Tropica.
for me, it was Eskimo Ninja.
Eskimo Ninja. What the?
Eskimo Ninja.
So that's why I started playing Bomberman.
There was a Flash
Fucking love Bomberman.
Dragon Ball Z fighting game on the Cartoon Network website. That's what I always played.
Yeah. I would there was when the time when emulators were starting to get big. I had a flash drive full of emulators and I just played it.
Yeah.
Actually, a little funny story actually. I remember someone legit got in trouble because here's how they legit wrote this on his, the report. He was caught in the library putting the 40-year-old virgin on the school servers. He was putting the full movie on the library.
All right. So
Good.
like, I want to talk about LimeWire next week. I know
Wait,
we
we
talked
talk
about it briefly.
Internet nostalgia.
Internet nostalgia.
Computer nostalgia.
Like, giving your family computer cancer just so you can get the
Numb.
entire Linkin Park album for free.
And wasn't there like the whole thing with Napster and all that?
Yeah, Napster was the original LimeWire, and it was just Napster was strictly music.
Yeah. And it was like people had issues with it. Like Metallica was like so against it. They like
Right, because it was
South Park made a
it
whole
was,
episode about
Yeah,
it.
they did. Yeah.
It was new and nobody knew. Like it was brand
Yeah,
new.
I remember it was like Metallica's argument was like, oh, if they download free music, they won't come to our shows, they won't like support us. And I'm like, dude, as long as you like, they'll still support you, they'll still go to shows. Like,
There's
you
a
know,
lot
like-
of artists that just give their music away for free now.
yeah, some of them they're like, hey, I'm on Spotify, here you go, drop
Yeah.
it. Nowadays, but back then that was like, yeah, it was like a new thing, and
Well, like,
people were
with
still used to
li-
buying CDs and all that.
Right. Yeah, no, that's when people were like burning CDs and selling them, and it was new technology. It was something new, so people didn't know how to react to it at the time,
Right.
and so people were against it. But now
If-
it's like,
Now
hey,
it's the norm. It's like whatever.
no, people don't even bother downloading music anymore. It's like, oh,
They just stream it.
why do you have your music downloaded to your phone?
You just stream it.
Yeah,
Like
just stream it.
Pandora or the other thing. Yeah.
Spotify and all
I
that.
still download music because sometimes whenever you go to a rural place like the campgrounds at the Texas Renaissance Festival,
There's like no signal.
well, yeah, back like a couple years ago there was no fucking signal. Now they've gotten better with it. They've added a tower. Ooh, a tower.
That's how you get 5G cancer.
Yeah.
According to
Yeah,
the-
no, fuck these people that are like, are you gonna get cancer from the 5G? Oh,
Yeah,
like,
they're also the same people who said you get the 5G. You get the 5G towers causes COVID.
these are the same people
The
that
Earth
also
is
said
flat.
you would get cancer from electricity.
How well, the amount of electricity it would probably cause you to get cancer would kill
And,
you before that. So
I
you
know-
don't worry
I
about
know-
cancer.
I know we bring up like South Park a lot, but some of the episodes actually do have like good mess. Like basically, it's like a really
They
good
cover
explanation.
topics.
A good example, like we were talking about the whole Napster thing. The episode called Christian Rock Hard, that was on season 7. That's pretty much the best way to describe the whole downloading music and all that shit.
Faith plus one.
Cass says Futurama Napster.
Napster.
It's amazing to see how far we've gone. Like
Yeah, from
because
Napster,
people like
LimeWire, and all that.
Napster. I think Napster's still around.
It is, but it's not as big as I think Justin Timberlake owns it, from what I remember.
How else will I take my naps?
But like LimeWire was definitely the one that everybody remembers because you could
Yeah.
download movies, you could download music videos, programs.
Mhm.
So next week, computer cancer and how to
people
get
were
it.
downloading PlayStation games that didn't work.
I remember that too. Dreamcast games, Saturn games, and all that.
And like you gave the computer cancer. The computer was like,
I'm done.
yeah, no, I'm just gonna die.
All right, guess I'll die.
It was like a fish out of water by the time you were done. There's smoke coming out of the computer, mommy.
That's for
What
speed.
did you download?
Yes.
I downloaded the new Slim Shady album.
And
I was
he
trying to
said, "Fuck
download
you, bitch."
other things.
I was trying to download Spider-Man 2, the whole movie.
Yeah, even though it's not out yet, I was trying to download Spider-Man 2 because it says right here Spider-Man 2, but it turns out it was
.exe.
just turns out it was just a virus.
Whoops.
Capitalize S, lowercase p, capitalize I, lowercase d, capitalize E, lowercase r,
I remember-
capitalize M, lowercase a,
Then-
capitalize N dot exe.
Computer doesn't boot properly anymore. Like, what's wrong with it? I don't know.
Blue
What
screen
happened.
of
It was
death and
working
all
fine
that.
yesterday.
Then you get the blue screen of death.
It's like your parents are trying to figure out what the fuck happened to it. You're here like, I don't know. It just died.
Yeah, remember AOL and all that shit.
Technology is a mystery.
Oh my
Working
god!
online.
AOL, the chat servers going on the
Yeah.
chats, and like half of them were bots, and at the time people didn't know what bots were. Here, click
Yeah.
this link to see nude girls.
Sexy
Deal.
singles in your area, and you're all sad as none of them. He's like, I'm the sexy single.
You look in there, and there's none in my area because they're all married and faithful,
And loyal.
and loyal and shit. That's what.
This
Anyway,
Nubian prince is going to give me money.
Oh yeah, the Nigerian prince. was
like you
using
can
some-
download music for free. People have like you can still get in trouble for using turret share, uTurret, whatever the fuck it's called.
What?
uTurret. What is the name of that program? uTurret, something like that.
Oh, uTorrent.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, like the Pirate Bay and all that.
yeah, Pirate Bay, all that shit. You can still get in trouble with your internet provider for using that. But back then, internet providers like I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
What is that? Nowadays, they'll.
It says he's
fucking
downloading
let
a virus willingly. Apparently,
Okay, his choice.
stupid.
All right.
his choice. He's stupid, but that's his choice. He's still paying us.
He's trying to get computer insurance. There you go. By
I
purposely
remember-
killing his computer.
Our internet provider gave us a free DVD player when we signed up
Oh.
for them for 2 years.
Hey, what internet providers you had, but that doesn't exist?
I don't
that nobody
remember
talk-
who we had at first. Or we had Earthlink. We had
Earthlink.
Earthlink.
I remember
then we
Earthlink.
went with AOL, and I think we went back to Earthlink.
Mhm.
And now it's been
Let me-
between
do you want me-
AT&T and
I
Comcast.
will tell you one, and I'm sure y'all never heard of this internet provider. Academic Planet.
No.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What the hell's that, right?
This sounds like a bad learning
Yeah,
website.
it
It
does.
does. It sounds
like
like a bird. That's what I said too when I first read it. I was like, Academic Planet.
that
what
sounds
the
like
fuck
some
is
Reader
this?
Rabbit shit. Remember those games?
Yeah, that's what I thought it would too. But it's an actual. It was an actual internet provider in 2003.
Remember Net Zero,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember Netscape,
Netscape? Yeah.
SBC before they became AT&T.
Net something.
Roadrunner. Remember
Roadrunner.
Roadrunner? was
Actually, you know
cable internet.
you know what's so crazy? In San Antonio, it was still Roadrunner was still a thing until
Really?
like 2017. They changed it to
Wasn't Roadrunner like through the cable, right? It wasn't.
It was
through the phone
Comcast,
line?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was basically
It was the
Time Warner.
first one through non-phone lines.
Yeah, Time Warner.
Because even
And then-
DSL was through the phone line, but you could at least be on the phone at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And then
remember one
Wi-
day. I remember when we got it. It was like we discovered new technology. Like, oh my god, you can be on
Yeah.
the internet and the phone, and it's
What was-
much faster.
When was the first time you ever discovered Wi-Fi?
I'm gonna say 2007 or 2007 when I had to buy a laptop.
Oh, really?
And
Okay.
it had Wi-Fi. It used Wi-Fi, so I bought a box that
Mhm.
turned our DSL signal into a Wi-Fi signal.
The first time I did was when I got the DS. Because the DS had a Wi-Fi.
See,
on
I
it.
was dumb when I got my DS. I didn't know, like with my Wi-Fi box, it could connect to DS. I had to buy the little adapter, little
Yeah, I
Nintendo
remember
internet
that.
adapter.
Yeah, that was classic.
And I
remember that
was
too.
like, I got fucking. I now realize I just got ripped off like $50 by Nintendo.
Yeah, I felt Like, you know what? To be fair, I did not connect. Like when I had the Wii system, I did not connect to Wi-Fi to this 2009. I actually got curious. I looked at the modem and was like, "Hey, what's this code and all that?" And I got curious. I typed it in. And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm connected to Wi-Fi. What the fuck?"
Yeah, I
I look like a
remember.
moron. I was like, "Damn, I
You
look
know what's
stupid."
funny? Like when my brother got his PSP, it said game and movies on there. So I thought,
Mhm.
oh my god, all the stuff that I have on the computer, I can download it to the PSP and play it. I thought all the little ROMs that I had, like Dragon Ball Z for Super
Yeah.
Famicom, I could play it on the PSP. Nope. And all the
Didn't you have
movies
to?
I had, they would work on the PSP. Nope.
Didn't you have to like jailbreak it and all that shit?
Yeah, you do now, but like back then, you didn't know.
Nobody knew. Yeah, you
Nobody
didn't
knew.
know.
Like, what the fuck does it mean by game? Like,
You had to buy like UMD DVD play, the little DVDs.
that's when
stuff.
downloading games was like becoming a thing. Downloading games was becoming a thing with the PSP.
Yeah. Also it was mainly the PSP is like one of the innovators for that. I think also the Xbox, the original Xbox was that too.
Did you know you can turn off the dial tone for dial up? I didn't know that shit. This
this
whole
kind of-
time,
Would you
I'm
know
like,
it was working though?
yeah, like I
Not
never,
the noise.
like you know what it's like to like get on the computer and play games on the internet, and you have to like you're sneaking past your parents, and it's super fucking loud, so you're hoping they don't wake up.
Mhm.
You always got to turn off the speakers first.
No, it would still make the fucking sound when it didn't have speakers. Maybe mine was haunted. I don't know.
Maybe you had a bad computer.
Yeah, I got a bad computer. Remember when the computers weighed more than like an adult?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. Thank you so much, Cass, for joining us today
Yeah,
from
thank you.
Twitch.
See,
Oh, and
Twitch
the
is-
modem you could. Damn it! I
yeah,
didn't
the
know.
modem.
Well, none of
Academic.
that matters now. We don't got dial
The
up.
modem made the sound. It wasn't the computer. It was the modem.
Yeah, that was doing. Yeah, but like people think it comes from the computer.
Right. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Join us on Monday as we talk
More about computers.
more about
Nostalgic
nostalgia
computers.
shit.
Nostalgic computers.
Nostalgia Monday.
Nostalgia Monday.
Member Monday.
Remember? All
I
right,
remember
guys.
Monday.
Thanks for watching us. Peace.
All right. Bye.